Hi, I'm Joe. I play Luke, the Green Pit Viper Ranger, and the Dimension Storm team leader.
I'm James, and I play Charlie, the Yellow Ranger.
I'm Juan. I play Javier, the Gold Ranger slash White Dino Ranger slash Blue Galaxy.
All right, 13. We're episode 13. Hi, my name is Jay. I'm the DM. I play literally everybody else. All right, so Joe did it last time. That means, James, it's your turn to do recap.
Alrighty. In episode 12, Javi got his debriefing about the Miranoi mission, and after Luke's debriefing, Javi went in. Javi then leaves the pocket dimension to join everybody on the ship. Anyway, so Luke had been sleeping next to Dossier for a couple of nights, but for just a couple of nights towards the end, felt like he could help get Kimmery a little more comfortable in his room, so he slept in his own room, and a dream happened. The Death Ranger comes out of nowhere, and kind of gives like this speech about how, like, hey, certain things have been happening, and some things are changing, but one thing seems to stay the same. And Luke sees that now there's like a different figure that's killing Marcus, not with like a blade, but with his bare hands. It's like mirrored with the old dream, the old nightmare where Marcus is being killed with a blade, and the death comes like at the exact same time. Luke's having to watch it now play out differently with different circumstances. And the Death Ranger basically is just like, hey, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Even the little things that change aren't changing the fact that this dude's gonna die. The Red Turbo Ranger, who's been trying to help Luke, shows up, offers his hand to stand up. And we end up making it back to the universe of 1K12, and we're orbiting Earth. We go to the Lightspeed Rescue Building, and we go in, and the secretary tells us how to get to Jason, who's talking to a guy named Carter Grayson, the Red Ranger, and Joel, the Green Lightspeed Ranger. Charlie asks about Rito. There was a major scale invasion, and we find out that later that had devastating losses. But basically, Jason, Billy, Trini, Zach, the Space Rangers, the Lightspeed Rangers, they all fought together, and Rito actually also attacked not only Earth, but Miranoi and Triforia. And Jason was instrumental in stopping them, so we did a good thing of not stealing them away from this universe. And then after that, we decide to go to the bar to have drinks with Jason. We go back to Jason's apartment after the drinks, and we tell him about Lord Draken. After that, the Dimension Storm Rangers get in Lightning Cruiser and fly to Las Cruces to visit Luke's old university in New Mexico State. Charlie asks about what Luke saw and tries to console him, asking about the 1K12 Luke and Coda. Lightning Cruiser flies back up to the ship. Charlie goes to his room to sleep. Javi sleeps in the back of Lightning Cruiser. Luke plays Resident Evil 2. In the morning, we meet up in the common room. We're in a new universe. 6-L324. It's 1977 in the autumn, and we got to get some 1970s clothes. Charlie remembers being a kid in the 70s. Allie reminds us not to tell fictional characters that they are fictional in other worlds, which is a very good reminder. But we go back to Mariner Bay, which is kind of weird because we just came from there in a different universe, but it's the 70s. So we go down, and we're told not to raise suspicion. Luke scans the area, and we get a model of the Earth, and the signal's coming from orbit. We see a pirate ship with a castle on it from the scan. And we see a newsstand. Power Rangers are back after 10 years. And we see a picture of a blue Dolphin Ranger and a green Rhino fighting space pirate men. We head south, and we see people running away, news teams running into danger. And there's a big fish-looking monster. We enter combat in the park. And Luke runs up, and look, so like the fight kind of goes on, and everybody's kind of beating up the seamen. Green Rhino kills the last one. We ask Javi to unmorph. The Green Rhino is confused as to why we morphed in public, and they kind of grill us. Luke explains who we are. The Blue Dolphin is in contact with some other people. Mentions a Troy, and that it's been 10 years. Carl, we're just kind of listening in. We end up gaining their trust, and we teleport to their base. And we meet Jackie Jenkins, who was the Blue Dolphin Ranger. And Benjamin Beckett introduces himself. He was the Green Ranger. We start to explain why the pirate ship appeared, and we are introduced to their tech leader, David Banner. Luke explains everything to David, Ben, and Jackie, and we also have to find a car. So we basically now have been tasked to help find Carl, Troy, and Marcus, and talk them into joining back to the Livemen team. And that was everything that happened on episode 12 of Power Rangers Dimension Storm.
Okay. Alrighty. So before y'all head out, Jackie would have offered y'all photos of the teammates and how they currently look from the records they were able to get of their faces. So y'all have photos of who you're looking for in case you just see them out of pocket somewhere and not.
Charlie is playing back Allie's words in his head so hard. And he's looking like his eyes are huge, looking at these pictures and looking at Luke and Javi like, do you guys... And he can't say anything because these people look very familiar to him.
Oh, Luke kind of looks at Charlie and just shakes his head slow,
Don't
like,
say
don't say anything.
Yeah. For those listening, for when this is uploaded, I guess you can post these, but it's what Carl. Am I allowed to say?
Carl looks like Adam West. Troy is Harrison Ford. Marcus is Patrick Swayze. So y'all are given photos, and you are told, like before, Benjamin will be accompanying you while Jackie and David begin to work to catch up a few things at the base and all that, and to keep in contact if y'all have any questions. So there are two ways to leave this base. You have the main stairwell that leads up top, or y'all can teleport out. You are told that by Jackie.
If we're trying to lay low, maybe we shouldn't just teleport willy-nilly.
Let's just kind of go out the manual way and see what we can find. We have a general direction of like where to go to find our first boy, Carl.
So y'all are told that you'll enter up on the outside, inside of an quote unquote abandoned building, but it's not so abandoned. It's locked up pretty tight. Just appears to not be in use, so to keep the base still hidden when it was being used back then. You go up a set of stairs, and then you lead into a tunnel. You can see a few windows that you're going through underwater and leading back up to something that is on shore, not too far, a little past the beach. And there is like a little cart thing that Benjamin gets on, and there are seats on the back of all sides that y'all can sit on, and you drive through the tunnel to get through there faster. It's not that long of a drive, would have been slower to walk. So y'all come up here. So Benjamin uses his handprint on a scanner, and it unlocks the door, and y'all step out, and yeah, y'all can say that y'all recognize this building. It's a little bit different, a little older aesthetically.
Stag carpeting.
But, it does not look like there has been anyone here for quite a long time. And Benjamin says, yeah, the door is just right over here, and then we can make our way to find Carl. And y'all follow him outside.
So what's Carl like, anyway? Oh, Benjamin, I guess you never really met him, huh?
No, Carl was before my time. I had only recently joined a year or so ago. And even then, I never really got to put on the suit until now.
They had you sort of like as an intern, kinda?
It's a long story. I was only there at the end. It'd probably be a lot better to ask Jackie or David. They were also there at the incident. Like I said, it's just better to ask David or Jackie. So, Carl is somewhere. They've been getting reports of a lion man, as he's got a bunch of notes he's looking at, around the north outer side of Mariner. So if we start heading that way, we should be able to find him. Jackie did tell me that this lion man is fighting low-level crime and dealing with any going-ons on the Outer Rim, which were, let's just say they had higher crime rates. But since Lion Man showed up, it's kind of turned things around a little bit. It's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a bad thing, but hopefully crime won't resurge while we use his services. In fact, I think he was the only one that kept up any kind of work after they split up. So should be still in tip-top shape.
You know, this guy, Carl, walking around as Lion Man, I'm excited to meet him.
I mean, if he's doing vigilante work, I imagine he is probably in top shape, in good shape, so he shouldn't be too hard to find either.
We're on the beach end, and north side's a bit of a ways. We could take a taxi. I think all of us. Oh no, there's a lot of us. We can't fit. May have to take the bus or go by foot.
I have a car.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Where is it at?
Luke's just gonna be like, give me a second, and he's gonna pull up his little communicator. Hey, LC, I kind of need you down here, buddy. If you could get here pretty fast, but avoid that big fuck ass pirate ship, please.
Everyone else kind of can't understand it. Charlie might be able to understand it a little bit better now, but it's some honks and some beeps, and then he said he's going to be on his way.
Cool. So that'll take a few minutes. In the meantime, Luke lights a cigarette and kind of walks over here a little ways. So we kind of know about Carl. What's the deal with the other two?
I don't know much about Marcus. He's the most off the grid. We haven't been able to locate him as he starts flipping through his notes and adjust his glasses. Troy, on the other hand, Jackie has said a lot about. None of it's positive.
Yeah, is this one of those?
Okay, well, I guess there is one positive. She said that he was probably the strongest on the team next to Marcus.
I look at Javi like, somebody for you to spar.
Most likely lose.
Cool. So, anything more detailed than just that? Because
Well, there's a long list of stuff. I was able to fill 10 pages of my little noteboard because she just kept talking and I didn't know what was important. Things like, let me look through here. Anger issues, deadbeat, bar brawler, scoundrel.
I look at Javi again. We get to check out bars.
I'm just gonna thumbs up at you. That's what Javier did.
you still can't drink though, Charlie.
Unwilling daddy's boy is another thing I got on here.
Okay.
Daddy's boys? What was that?
I think that was because his father was the colonel that was in charge of our division, or their division, I should say. His father was in charge of it, and much to his son's dismay, according to Jackie, Troy didn't want to have anything to do with it.
So
Military.
interesting. So he's a military brat?
Not exactly. He didn't go into the military, but Troy, as much as Jackie did, ramble on about a lot of his negatives, Troy was really gifted at hand-to-hand combat and just, anything else that comes along with that.
Got it.
What's the idea once we get all these guys together? Are we going to just fly up to that pirate ship and start busting some skulls?
I'm not the person to ask for that. I assume we're getting the team together, or at least y'all are helping us get the team together, so that way we have a full team to help defend our Earth. And maybe after that, maybe y'all can go home. Or whatever it is y'all are currently doing.
I'm not trying to go home. I'm trying to watch H&R Puffin stuff. And the electric company.
I forgot about HR Puffin stuff. God damn it. Y'all said y'all are looking for some fluctuation. Do these things usually have what's the word?
Correlation.
Correlation, that's the word.
To answer your question, Benjamin, yeah, there is a correlation typically between the fluctuations. It doesn't mean it's always the reason, but what typically is the reason is what I mentioned earlier, at the base, Billy.
Gotcha.
He's usually the source of the fluctuation. Not always, but usually he's had some hand in it.
But y'all said these guys aren't even these pirate men aren't even from our universe.
They're not even from your multiverse.
Oh, that's right, multiverse, and he scratches something out and scribbles down multiverse.
It gets complicated. It's like soup, right? So our multiverse is a big bowl of soup, and the Sentai verse, which is where Jiraiya is from, is a big bowl of soup, and the waitress that was carrying the two big bowls of soup got shot, and the big bowls of soup smashed into each other.
He looks up. Does she have to get shot? She couldn't have just tripped.
Well, with what Billy did, it's more accurate to say shot, but I guess for the sake of putting it nicer, I guess she could have tripped. Sure. The point is, the soup spilled into each other, and it's a mess.
Got it. And Jiraiya's like, yeah, and that's where I'm from.
And that's where our tech guy is
It-
from as well, Hayakawa. I feel like Hayakawa and Dr. Banner would get along quite well if they get to meet.
And as the conversation quiets down, you start to feel Lightning Cruiser get closer. As he's not in the air, he comes down the road and pulls up into the parking spot.
There he is.
Benjamin jumps up. There's no one driving that car.
Yeah, he drives himself. I also drive him, but he mostly drives himself. And Luke kind of just pats him on the hood.
Amazing. Dr. Banner would have a field day with this.
Hey, Benjamin, do you have, like,
Yeah.
hobby stores? Maybe we should stop by a hobby store and write, like, property of MGM or something and slap it on the side of Lightning Cruiser. So people think it's like a movie prop.
That's actually not a bad idea. These are what all future cars look like.
Oh no! The Lightning Cruiser is kind of special.
Fair enough. But yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put something on here so it's less conspicuous than a self-driving car.
Well, I mean, I would be
I
driving
think-
him around, but
still, it's going to
We could
raise
put-
eyes, and just so we don't have to explain it to everybody, we could just kind of do, like, property of Paramount or whatever movie studios you have around here.
that's fair, yeah.
Paramount's a movie studio, and as y'all say, that Lightning Cruiser magically puts property of Paramount on the doors.
Oh man,
and
I
stuff.
wanted to stop at a hobby store. No.
There
Well,
you
that
go.
solves that. I didn't know you could disguise yourself like that. Way to go.
He gives a few honks, and Luke can understand it as I can do a little bit. Can't disguise the jet engines, though.
You don't
That's
have to,
okay.
as long as you say that you're a movie prop, people will just be like, oh, they're filming an episode of some Knight Rider or some crap.
Yeah. So, I'm guessing all of y'all pile into Lightning Cruiser,
Oh,
Yes.
and y'all start to go and start to head to the north side, outer of Mariner Bay, where y'all had heard the rumors of Lion Man.
Hell yeah.
As y'all are driving, Benjamin recommends stopping to maybe a newsstand, any kind of diner, places where rumors can spread, including bars. So that way, maybe you can find someone who knows more or less where his stomping grounds accurately are.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Diner's probably the best bet. Catch the lunch rush.
All right. And y'all start driving, and you see a diner on the side where y'all pull up with a big sign on the outside labeling it as Carter's Diner. And y'all pull up in the back here where Lightning Cruiser can park.
I'm going to suggest that if we don't see Lion Man, we could maybe put on a little ruse where some of us pretend that we're robbing we could pretend like I could pretend like I'm robbing Javi in the alley, and then Lion Man might show up.
I don't think that's believable. You might want to swap those roles.
Come on, guys.
Which it's like, well, Jackie did say that's a possibility of something you can do to lure him out. Even though he's a crime fighter, apparently he's extremely gullible.
Well, that could also be pretty fun. But I also don't want to meet him under, like, a lie, so maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. We do want him to trust.
Let's just kind of see what there is to see before we do that sort of thing.
Oh, fair enough. So I guess let's go inside and maybe we can hopefully get some rumors about where he's, I guess, his usual stomping grounds. We're on the north outer side, but it's a bit of a big band. So let's go in and hopefully we can figure something out of some sorts.
Is that little store just north of here, like right off the picture?
Is there a convenience store?
Yes, there is.
How much money does Luke have?
You meet not Stanley, but Stan Lee. And he's like, Excelsior! You're so, whoa. No.
It's like a young Stan Lee!
So y'all pull up, and a kid with glasses walks up first and just says, "Hi, welcome to Carter's. What can I get you?"
Milkshake, please.
One milkshake, preferred flavor. We got chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and root beer.
Root beer.
Root beer float. A root beer.
Yep, a root beer float.
Yeah, I'll do a root beer float.
All right, one root beer float.
You know, strawberry milkshake sounds pretty good, actually.
Strawberry milkshake. Jiraiya's just like, I'll take a vanilla. Vanilla, strawberry, root beer float, chocolate. And for you, sir, chocolate. One chocolate. And for you, and Bitch's just like, strawberry, please. Alrighty. Is that all I can get for you? And Benjamin is just like, actually, we were wanting to know, we're with a local news company, and we're trying to know if you had heard any or seen anything of Lion Man. And the guy just looks at him. Oh, you mean that nut job in the yellow suit?
Yes. Could you tell us a little bit more about him? And Luke will pull out a journal and a piece and like a pencil.
I say nut job, but as wacky as the guy is, crime hasn't been this low in a long time since the Power Rangers were around. And if I remember correctly from what everyone says, I was a little young at the time, but apparently he was one of the Power Rangers when they disbanded. And before they came back, he was the only one people saw at any, for a long time. And now they're back. So I'm going to assume he's going to start working with them again. But, I mean, it's like he's doing a good job, but at the same time, his voice and how he does things, it's just not what you would expect.
What's wrong with his voice?
I don't know how to put it. He has a certain tone to it.
He hams it up, doesn't he?
I think that's a good way to put it, yeah.
Charlie just kind of sinks in his chair in his stool a little bit.
Some people say he's not even the original Yellow Ranger, that he's just some guy who got the suit and is doing so much good, no one's going to stop him or take it back. I mean, the dude's nuts. I mean, he sounds goofy and everything, but the man can fight from what I can tell.
Sounds cool to me.
I mean, if he does the job, then he does the job.
Yeah, he does it a little too well with how he, a lot of people at first thought he was just joking, and then they got their asses beat, and then they realized he wasn't joking. It's kind of like Spider-Man from the comics. He's all like making jokes at them, but then he ends up, putting them through the ringer.
How often do you see him around this Carter's?
I mean, I haven't seen him outside the Carter's in a hot minute since we tried to get robbed over a month or so ago. He's genuinely in this area. Some people say that he may even live around here, but that's yet to be seen. Several bad groups have tried to track him down to no avail. Usually they end up just getting put in jail.
I'm going to go to the bathroom. Let me know when my root beer float comes. And I'm gonna pull out my. Is anybody in here? I'm gonna pull out my communicator and I'm gonna copy what I saw Luke do when we first got here, and use the scanner to see if I can scan like Ranger energy. Ooh, I guess I could also use my aura sight and see if I can see anything
There,
around.
there's currently no Ranger energy being detected.
What does dormant Ranger energy look like in, like, say, us? Like, I point it at where my friends are sitting. Does it show anything? Do they just look like normal people? Or is it like, is there something there?
You have to look. You have to look within. To the untrained eye, they could appear as normal people. And even though, yeah, Luke's energy is green, just like his powers, it's more of a coincidence than anything. You can see deep down there is green within that resonates with Luke's green pit fiber energy. Same for Javier. There
Same
is
with
that
Jiraiya.
golden.
Jiraiya's got shadowy black stuff, but he's not evil. But it's
Like I said, color does not coordinate evil. It's how the energy looks. It's malice. It's how it holds itself together. You could tell the difference. Whereas good energy is usually flowy, natural, like, uh, really smooth. Malice energy it's erratic, it's changing. It's very sharp, and its movement is jagged, very versus the smooth and kind of soft, good energy that you and your friends put off. So Jiraiya has black energy, but he's still a good person. His energy isn't erratic. It isn't jagged and stiff with its movements, and you can see the ninja within from his Doron changer.
what?
With your friends also, you see deep within their ranger powers. You have to really look for it though, deep in.
I want to look at Javi and, like, really focus on it. How's he doing?
That's right, you didn't get to do Javi's. He wasn't here.
And now
Uh,
that we just got out of the
so
fight where he used that thing, I want to check him again.
so Javier's energy is golden in nature. Yet again, another coincidence so far as it seems, and deep within you can see the mammoth within that power that comes from Javier. His energy is, I mean, it's just chilling. His energy just seems pretty calm. Like you could probably sense a little bit if you look deep within it. You can see Javier's resentment, his anger, his rage from his little brother, losing his little brother. But it seems to be mostly quelled over. However, there is a darkness lingering on the side, attached to it like a parasite, and we all know what that is. It's the white dino power.
Okay,
It's latched on. It's taking hold of Javier's energy. As you can see, the gold energy within trying to fight back the corruption.
if I just kind of, like, scan around, like, through walls and stuff, do I sense any sort of, like, yellow or any other goldish stuff?
Not at the moment, and you'd have to be scanning a lot of people and have to focus deep within on all of them. It would take an ungodly
I'm not
amount of
gonna do
time.
that. All right, I'm gonna just come back.
Yeah, all your drinks would have
Okay,
came out before Charlie came back. And Benjamin is, well, after getting some of his strawberry milkshake in. So, what would you say would it take to get his attention? Why, are you trying to get an interview or something? Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, we're trying to get an interview with Lion Man, since the Rangers have returned, to see if he's going to be assisting them in their efforts to defeat these pirate guys.
Oh shit! I'll rob this place.
Please don't. Please do.
Get him to come.
Well,
Javier's got the blicky and the sword on him.
So I mean, it doesn't take a lot. Like I said, he's kind of gullible. You could be an old lady who just locked herself out of her car, and if you don't explain yourself pretty quick, he may even beat the shit out of you.
That's
Because-
that's not very good.
Okay, I'm exaggerating. He doesn't do that, but it doesn't take a lot. A cat in a tree, an old lady crossing the street. Oh, my purse, help me, stuff like that.
I'm telling you guys, my plan of robbing Javi in the alleyway might work. I could be like, "Hey, you, give me all your money," and Javi can be like, "Please don't hurt me."
Charlie, I love you and your idea. And say,
I'm taller than him. It'll be scary.
look at Javier.
Javier's just going ham on this fucking milkshake.
Yeah, he's cute. What's the problem?
Jesus.
Look at him drink that milkshake. He's adorable.
Javier never got to enjoy sweet things while he was younger, so now he's taking advantage of it.
Luke just shakes his head.
Okay, I'll rob Jiraiya. I want to be the robber.
Honestly, it'd be really funny to see that. Charlie try to rob somebody. He like, you, Mister, give me all your money.
Give me all your fucking money.
I'm not joking.
I just feel like,
I'll hug
I'll
you.
hug you so hard. I might break a rib.
I was in some theater classes in my junior and sophomore year, and I felt like I've always been pretty good at it. I think that's helped me, and I'm pretty genuine. So if it comes down to it, right when he comes up to me, I'll just talk to him from the heart and let him know, like, hey, we just really wanted to talk to you, and let him know what our plan is. And it should be fine.
And Benjamin looks at y'all. Is that what we want to go with? Faking a robbery to get Carl's attention? I mean, Lion Man? And Jiraiya's just like, I can also use my ninja abilities to make myself look like a monster.
Oh, wait, you can make yourself look like a monster?
It's a transformation jutsu. It's limited to what I've seen, but I can make myself look like a monster.
Look like that shark thing that you were fighting when we first met you.
I could do that, yeah. Or I can make myself look like the sand guy or one of the pirate men.
That's a cool idea, but I don't actually want you to get hurt.
I mean, I can also substitute out if he tries to hit me. I mean, the robbery stuff does sound good. I just thought I'd throw my abilities out there since the guy walked away from the counter.
Yeah, that's true. We can maybe use that later if we need to do like some infiltration type stuff. But that's really cool.
That's super cool.
Benjamin's just like, so, everyone done with their milkshakes? I was gonna pay.
Javier tore that shit up.
Yeah, Luke's been kind of sipping on his.
Javi forgot that he's lactose and tolerant.
He's as like we're in the middle of like trying to fake this robbery. I'm just like, oh, hold on, my stomach.
Yeah, no, I think we're all done with our milkshakes.
And there's a sign up with like a basic menu for something. And milkshakes are like $1. So he just puts let's see, there's 5 people. He puts a 5 and a 1 and 25 cents on the table.
I'm staying here.
Yo, everything's so cheap here.
And that was a huge milkshake. It was a huge root beer float.
Yeah, I miss these days.
All right, so I guess
Time for Javi to get robbed.
Time for Hobby to get robbed. There was an alleyway not far back, so I guess we can go there.
I mean, to make it more convincing, do you want to give Charlie your gun, or are we just gonna have him like
No,
yell?
thank you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hold a gun. I'm not gonna hold.
You gotta hold something. Are you gonna threaten this fucking shredded man with your hands?
You want the Quasar Saber? I have that on my.
No, I've got my own Magna Defender blaster / blade. I pull that out in gun mode, and I put the safety on.
I guess we maybe probably don't need to be super visible.
And Benjamin's like, well, I guess I just wanted to make sure that you were, I guess, more visible. So I would probably head over here and stand somewhere over here. So that way, I guess you're more visible. I don't know. I thought we'd have more of a plan, but I guess we're just gonna hide around the corner and hope to God this is believable.
Listen, Ben, buddy. Most of our plans are by the seat of our asses, if I'm being honest.
I'm going to try to tap into my Lion's Roar ability and magnify my voice.
Also, I want to let you know, James, that the Magnum Defender gun did not have a safety on it until it merged with your companion.
Oh, and it added a safety? Okay. I was about to say. I was like, oh, that's
So-
new. Or I was like, oh, that must have always been on there. And then I hear the Magna Defender's voice. No, I had to add that. Oh, trust you.
You're not ready yet, kid. Now do the voice.
Do the roar.
There is going to be performance rolls, but I will let y'all act this out, and depending on how y'all do, you can get advantage and upshifts. So whenever y'all are ready, y'all can start this robbery.
There's 2 of them.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. The Human Torch was
Yeah.
denied a bank loan. Unique New York.
We're hiding. We're hiding, guys.
Well, well, well. Looks like this little guy came into the wrong neighborhood. Don't you know this alley is my turf? You're gonna give me everything in your pockets right now.
Sir, please. I'm trying to send my little brother to school.
Fuck your little brother. Empty your pockets right now.
And I'm gonna start taking out my wallet. And
Hurry up before you get hurt.
I'm just please just don't hurt me, and I'm just gonna pathetically toss it at him.
Both of you roll performance. Charlie, really loved your
That
performance.
was
So
great.
you do get an upshift to a D2, so it's not a 0,
Mhm.
and you get an upshift to a D2. I don't worry about the difficulty; I have it in my head. And then Javier, you don't get a upshift; you get advantage.
Mm.
You gain an edge.
So wouldn't it technically be no advantage because I have I already have a advantage?
No,
because
just give yourself
Okay.
edge. Just give yourself edge.
Oh,
God damn, y'all would really high.
Better than mine.
Anyway, so this is a combined performance, and y'all blew it out of the water. The combined was a 22, and y'all decimated that. So, as you haphazardly, in a
I
way,
walk up to him and I grab his collar and I'm just like holding him.
as you grab the collar,
We would be like up against the wall here, like kind of.
so as you toss your wallet, he goes up to you. And he grabs your collar and is probably just like, that ain't all, come on. You hear, stop right there, evildoer.
I put my hands up and I back up and I go, this is a trick. I'm not a robber.
Nice try, as he jumps down. I know villainy when I see it.
Oh God, my performance was too good.
Luke comes running and is like, hey, buddy. Okay, so I'm so glad we got your attention. Hi, I'm Luke. These two are full of shit. It was a performance, but we didn't know any other way to get in contact with you. Hi.
Roll me performance or persuasion.
Can I be like, no, really, I'm not a bad dude. I did 2 years of theater.
Can I try to rob this Yellow Ranger?
No. What's the
And then
difficulty?
he has a really high cleverness, so I'm not going to combine it with a social. It's an 18.
Wouldn't that help him? Wouldn't that help him figure out that we're telling the truth?
Tell him we know Jackie and David.
I'm sorry, but they rolled really well on that persuasion. He is 100% convinced.
Baby!
I didn't think that my good roll was gonna fuck me over. Damn it, I didn't think about that.
No,
But
it's
that
okay.
makes sense.
Luke did it. Luke did it.
Yeah, critical success, and he's just like, I see. So why did you make up this scheme to get my attention?
We're working with Jackie and David.
Jackie rings familiar. David, however, I don't know a David. Well, I know Davids. I just probably don't know the David you're talking about.
Dr. Banner.
We're also looking for Troy and Marcus.
We're trying to get the old Ranger team back together.
Ah, yes. I had seen the newspapers. Pirate men from space. So the old team is getting back together once again.
That's the hope, at least.
I'm just like, oh man. It's a great honor to meet you, Lion Man, sir. I'm somewhat of a cat man, yellow cat Ranger should I have said that? Yeah, we're Power Rangers.
Fellow Cat Ranger, nice to have you on the team.
I think it's really honorable that you've kept fighting crime the way that you have. I think it's just amazing, and I would do the exact same thing, honestly.
Well, even though we defeated the demons that lurked beneath, crime never slept. There are more than one kind of monster. And Benjamin walks up and he comes up and he's just like, Mr. Carl, sir, I'm Benjamin, Benjamin Beckett. I'm the new Green Ranger. And he looks, I suppose it was about time that they... Never mind. That's a tough subject. Anyway, so who all do you have? It's me, Jackie, and Dr. Banner. We haven't found Troy or Marcus. Do you know where any of them are? And he starts stroking the bottom of his helmet. Marcus, no. But Troy, it doesn't take much to find Troy. All you have to do is go to the local bar and start a fight. I mean, that's usually about how it goes.
Luke kind of quirks an eyebrow at that.
Let me take a picture of me with Lion Man.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna snap a picture of these two.
But if they were willing to get a new Green Ranger, I'm surprised Jackie didn't just want to replace Troy of all things. Then again, we all kept our life bracers, so I guess recreating the powers would be really hard to do.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're on board with coming back?
Of course. If there's evil afoot, I must trample it out.
I love this guy.
Why don't you guys go to bars and start fights while me and Carl keep patrolling the streets, and I'll be a sidekick, and we'll just fight crime.
So did you actually morph next to
Yeah.
him? He looks, yes, and he's gonna grab you and pull you tight. Lion Man and Cat Boy, watch out, Mariner Bay. There's a new dynamic duo on the streets.
I really like the new name, Lion Man.
Oh my.
All right, Cat Boy, to the Lion Mobile.
It's this truck over here.
Now get in and don't talk.
He just locks me in the back.
Fucking
He's like,
kidnaps
now
you.
that weirdo's out of the way.
And then eventually, as everyone leaves, the real Lion Man shows up. I could have heard us or someone getting robbed.
This is so fucking cool.
Just it puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again, Cat Boy. What part of that do you not understand?
Oh my god!
This is worse than
Anyway, I'm gonna die laughing if I don't stop. Anyway, yeah. Benjamin's like, well, actually, Carl, Jackie, and Banner wanted you back to home base as soon as possible to give you the full briefing on what's going on. I see. I guess I should return back. It's been many a year. It's gonna be hard seeing the old base again.
But before you go, I know you said just the random bar, but is there any specific bar that Troy tends to frequent?
There are two bars that came to mind a few years back when I was trying to track down the notorious gang leader. I had seen Troy in a few of the bars. I was in disguise at the time. The Eclipse and the Midnight City are the two that come to mind.
Thank you. It's appreciated. Oh, by the way, I know I introduced myself as Luke, but Luke Hammond, and he'll extend a hand to shake for a handshake.
Luke Hammond, Carl Campbell at your service.
Nice to meet you. This is my team, by the way. That's Charlie. This is Javier, and this is Jiraiya.
Charlie, that's Catboy. What are you talking about?
Benjamin, y'all hear a familiar beeping sound, and you all go to check your watches as Benjamin uncuffs his life bracer on the left side and says, "Go for Benjamin." And it's Jackie. Have you made any progress on finding Carl or Troy? Yes, Jackie. We just found Carl. It wasn't that difficult. He says that a little lower. And we're going to be sending him back to base as soon as possible. Also, you didn't tell me that he was this eccentric. And she says, "Is he still doing that voice?" "Yeah, he is." And she's just like, "Well, I'm not going to judge him. Troy is, though, whenever y'all find him." Says, "Well, tell him to get back as soon as possible, and we can give him the full debrief on the entire situation. And then continue your lookout for Troy and Marcus."
Tell her we might have a lead on Troy.
"Yes, ma'am, we actually have a lead on Troy. We're going to visit 2 clubs, the Eclipse and the Midnight City." And she says, "You might want to try the Midnight City first." And he says, "Okay, we'll go there first." And she said, "Just send Carl back as soon as possible before he gets himself into more trouble." And the line disconnects, and he says, "Well, Carl, they want you back ASAP." "Alrighty then." Is the coordinates still the same? And yes, teleportation is back up and running, so you should be able to teleport. And he says, "Alrighty, well, Catboy, until I get back, the streets are yours."
I'll take good care of him, Lion Man.
"All right, time to go back to home base." As he cuffs the circle on the belt of the on the circle on his belt loop, and he teleports away in a yellow energy.
Dude, I'm jumping around in the alleyway. Man, I like that guy.
That was something.
Yes, it
Benjamin's just like,
something.
Benjamin comes forward. "Yeah, they didn't tell me. I hope he wasn't." Although she did say he's still doing that voice. I'm guessing he did that when they were younger.
I'm climbing this dumpster over here, and I'm jumping I'm jumping off of it, doing karate moves.
The streets are mine to defend.
Y'all see me? I slow down and I limp back over, and I'm being all quiet. I hurt my ankle, but I'm not telling anybody.
No, Javier still Javier absolutely loved your acting.
And then I whisper to Luke, I'm like, "We were just in an alley with Batman and Superman."
And Luke's like, I know. Also, did you are you okay?
Yeah, I just jumped off the thing a little too hard. I just need to walk it off.
Also, that was really impressive. Both of you. That was really impressive, both of you.
Josh is like, "Yeah, I believed it, and I didn't think I would believe Charlie robbing Javier would be something I'd believe."
I just tapped into kind of I was thinking, what would my dad kind of do in a situation if he was a robber?
Luke's eyebrows just shoot up.
All right, yeah, and so next step is the Midnight City or the Eclipse. However, Jackie did say to try the Midnight City first.
It's like mid-afternoon. Do you think? Well,
Actually, no, that's a great idea. If Troy's going to be there during bar brawling hours, it's probably going to be later in the night. And it's only currently 2:30.
Are there any cool things to do in the city? Museums?
There are a few things to do around the city.
Catboy, shouldn't you be patrolling the streets?
You're absolutely right. As soon as my ankle heals up.
Y'all could also potentially use this time to earn some money while you're here.
Oh yeah, we need some 70s.
I still have I still have like $100, I think.
so what kind of jobs would we be doing?
There are job postings. They have
Didn't we
things
pick
on
up
like
a
telephone
newspaper?
poles. Yeah, there's the newspaper too. If y'all still have it.
Yeah. What did Luke's got the newspaper? What does the newspaper say?
There are adverts for basic things. You have dog walking, dishwashing, valet parking for a few places. There is a thing for a small pro wrestling
I'll do the
advert.
pro wrestling.
It is for I don't know if you know what the term jobber is, but it says jobbers only.
Jobbers.
So jobbers in pro wrestling basically means you're there to hype someone up. You're there to lose.
I'm there to lose. Nah, fuck that. I'm winning. I'm taking it all. I will bait him.
Peter
You
Parker fight.
You could still go and do it and then just win and hope to God they still pay you.
I'll go
Honestly,
watch
at this point, I don't even care about the money. I just want to win.
So yeah, it is a pro wrestling gig that is tonight, and it is an hour. It's an hour venue, and if you're going to try out for it, you need to be there a few hours early so they can either give you a small gimmick or that you can set up you can have your gimmick ready for them.
Can I just go in as the Power Ranger?
Oh my God!
I want to talk to Javi and be like, well, hold on. If Troy is a like he likes to get into fights at bars, don't you want to be like in tip top shape when we actually go
Bro,
do the thing?
Charlie, I'm gonna be fighting normal people. You really think they can hurt me?
They do have a flat pay out on the newspaper, and it pays $200 for the night.
Yeah, I'm going. Like
shit, we should all
immediately
do it. We should
doubling
all go. I'll go and I'll lose. I'll let a dude like throw me around.
Okay.
I'll lose. I'll make it look good though. Watch me accidentally win.
Oh. Well, what time though? Because
the venue opens up at 7, and he needs to be there at least like 5:00, 5:30 before to see if he's going to be accepted for the
That
night.
gives us 3 hours to work on costumes or our personas.
Y'all can hit up thrift shops and just make something up.
Yeah, I think thrift stores sound like a good idea.
If me and Javi, since we just did a performance like acting
Oh,
thing,
yes, it could be a me and Charlie adventure, and Luke can.
well, if we continue to do performances like and sort of acting, could we maybe get some sort of boost in performance if we do a good job?
They could be a tag team. Sure. They could be a tag team.
For sure.
Like Mario and Luigi, like he could be Mario and I could be Luigi. And it's the 70s, so nobody knows who they are. We could be like the plumbers, like the perilous plumbers, and like everybody will be like, "What? There's a red and a blue guy in overalls? Like, what the hell?"
Green.
True that. So, Luke, there's dishwasher, dog walker, valet parking. Are you just gonna go watch Javier and Charlie get absolutely decimated?
I mean, 7 p.m. and it's gonna run for a couple hours. That's gonna be prime drinking time.
But $200 in 70s money.
I mean, Luke can go by himself.
Don't even worry. I can go by myself. Charlie, you should go with Luke.
You give me all your money, and I'll be in the audience betting against you or on you.
Oh my God.
I'll bet on you, and you're supposed to lose. And even if they get mad and don't pay us, we'll have winnings. Oh, we're not allowed to gamble. We're Power Rangers. Damn it!
I mean, we're allowed to do some things.
I mean,
anyways, Luke will do the dog walking. He'll walk some doggos.
You're gonna walk some doggos.
I think the wrestling thing feels like a Javi thing, so maybe I'll just go wash dishes.
You could do a tag team thing. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, y'all could do a tag team thing.
Damn. I was like, if I do go alone, Javier's gonna get into some mischief.
Yeah, I better be there to talk him down if he gets carried away.
I'm just like, yeah, like I'm like riling up the crowd, and I forgot completely that I'm supposed to lose, and I'm just fucking kicking ass.
The dude's like dead on the floor, and then you just look around and you fall on the floor. Like, oh yeah.
Oh.
He must
just
have
like,
done
he's coming. Just fall like live.
Yeah.
Family Guy death pose.
Jiraiya, what do you think you're gonna do?
He says, to be honest, I guess I'll go with Luke since you two were doing your own thing. Although I wish I could have watched y'all do that whole thing. I actually liked wrestling.
I mean, I don't think anyone wants their dog walked at like that at nighttime we've got a few hours until 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Joe and Jiraiya, or Luke and Jiraiya can go do dog walking while y'all go
Right.
enter in the wrestling thing.
And figure out your costumes.
Yeah.
So this is the 70s, late 70s, going into the 80s. So colorful comic characters are what's popular at the time in pro wrestling.
Okay.
We are literally
So if you don't,
Power
if you,
Rangers.
right, if you can't come up with a gimmick, it's set on the thing. Gimmicks will be provided to
Oh,
you.
okay.
Until then, with Jiraiya and Luke, I need. What would dog walking be? Honestly,
Animal
I have no
handling?
idea.
Animal
What dog.
handling.
Animal handling.
Sure, that'll work. Jiraiya has nothing in animal handling. This is going to be fantastic.
He can just help Luke.
Okay, so you rolled a critical. We're going to go ahead and give you that 20. Difficulty wasn't going to be that high. You had Jiraiya with you anyway, and you split the dogs up. So you rolled a 20. For a few hours, you walked several different dogs, and y'all did it together within quick time. It's not hard to say that the owner of this dog company would like to hire you as permanent employees.
I don't know if we could do like permanent, because we're just kind of like in the area for a little while. But if you need extra hands, we could do that.
And they say, oh, okay, well, you got a number we can contact you at, or
Oh, yeah. Luke's just gonna give them his cell phone number. They're not gonna know.
they won't know. Alrighty, and I guess so. And you're paid a day. If you both take it together, it's higher overall, and y'all split it. But if you take it separately, it's going to be lower overall. And Dry just says, we'll just take it together. It's no big deal. And y'all make right at $100.
So we get 50 each.
Jiraiya just tells you to keep it.
Why?
I don't really have a need for anything, really. If I want something, I can just ask one of you guys, and it's better just to keep it all together while we're traveling like this.
I guess that's fair. So while Javier and Charlie are figuring out their whole costume thing,
And by the time you got that done, it's going to be 5 or 6.
okay, so we back up with the boys.
So yeah, you can meet back up with the boys. So what are y'all gonna do for your gimmick?
I don't know, Javi. Do you have any ideas?
I really thought we were just gonna be Power Rangers.
I really don't think that's.
You can't do that.
I don't think that's a good
You
idea.
can't do that.
And then everybody in this world knows what a Power Ranger looks like. So
And they'll just be like, "Oh, this guy must really like Power Rangers."
yeah, we'd be powered up, and that could be dangerous.
Yeah, no.
Can Luke buy a Walkman? Can Luke please buy a Walkman?
Look up how much they are and see if you have enough money.
I absolutely have enough money for a Walkman.
Dude,
You can buy a Walkman.
Let's go to the thrift store and like see if we can find some overalls that fit us, and like let's just be Mario and Luigi, and just be Mario Brothers.
Yeah, you're just like, and on this side we have Mario Brothers.
The Mario Brothers.
Jump into the ring, going, woo!
And I'm just like, oh, Mario. Or should I do Charlie Day style and be like, this man?
Anyway, so y'all are gonna be the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, nobody knows about the
You can
Mario
be
Brothers.
Brothers.
So y'all go to a thrift store and y'all buy, ironically, exactly what you need. You get overalls. Once the overalls are not consistent, one is a darker shade of blue, one's a lighter shade of blue. One of you is able to find a red sweatshirt, long sleeves. The other one is just a kind of loose fitting long sleeve green shirt. The gloves, y'all were only able to find brown leather gloves, so the gloves aren't white. And if y'all wanted to find brown shoes, you could look, and you'd find those. And y'all gonna get the hats. Okay, hats too.
Yeah, how much
You
is this going
find
to cost?
the red and green hat, both a red and green hat, but the green and reds do not match what you have on shirt and shirt wise. So these are varying reds. Overall, I'm gonna say y'all owe me about 25.
Yeah.
I'll just take that out of my money.
So you take the money and you Javier and Charlie, y'all go to the tryouts with your new outfit.
Yes. Awesome. Shigeru Miyamoto is in the audience and he's like, hey, this gives me an idea. His brother is in the audience and he's like, hey, it's your brother, Lee Miyamoto. You gotta check this out. And he holds the phone up to the ring like it's the Back to the Future trope. But he's like, I can't see what's happening over the phone. Explain it to me.
Y'all come to the ring and it's your turn to give your audition. It's in-ring audition. So it's y'all's turn. Y'all are addressed to obviously Javier's Mario and Charlie's Luigi. So one of the guys.
I crawl in awkwardly.
Wait, why is that out? Why is that obvious though?
Right? So y'all get in the ring, and one of the guys just like, all right, so what's your gimmick?
I'll let Charlie do the talking.
We are the Mario Brothers. This is my big brother Mario, and I'm his little brother Luigi, and we're plumbers who fight evil. Yeah.
Okay. We like we're loving the energy here. We're loving it. So y'all are gonna be entering the tag team division tonight, is that right?
It's alright.
All right. So what are your specialties? Each of you individually. You heavyweight, cruiserweight. What do you got?
I look at Javi like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm heavyweight.
Oh shit.
Both of you are skilled in heavyweight.
Javier does not know. He's just like, oh, heavyweight. I get to fight like tough opponents. Heavyweight.
Is there like a mismatch weight thing? Because we just thought it was kind of a cool dynamic that where we look the way we do.
Okay. Well, we do have tag teams usually are matched, but so you may have two opponents that are big, two are small, or mixed between the both who are just wanting to know each of your individual skill sets. So you're not a heavyweight. Are you a cruiserweight? Lightweight?
Light sounds nice.
All right. So you're definitely going to be more of probably a striker, maybe a high flyer like they do down in Mexico.
Oh, geez, like the luchadors. No, what's cruiser? Explain that.
Sir, do you not? Is this your first time?
No, I've been drinking.
Yeah, that tracks. Your brother, Mr. Mario, what is your brother here's specialty?
Jumps. He's jump man.
Yeah, jumping around.
Jumps on him.
Okay, just gonna put that down as a high flyer. That's gonna bring a lot of good traction. That's very foreign. So what are your special moves? If you have any, would you please demonstrate your special moves on each other?
Oh, shit, I don't want to hurt Charlie, but
Start jumping around to get away from. Like I'm more of like evasive and put on a little
you gotta throw punches. You gotta throw punches. Come on.
I'm doing more of like an evasive dance that I'm trying to like. I'll baste your turkey, but I'm like staying close to the ropes, like trying to dodge.
Can I just clothesline Charlie?
Is that you showing off your special move, a clothesline from hell?
I want him on the ground so I can lift him up
Yeah.
and throw it. And like
I'll run forward and into his clothesline and then fall backwards like hamming it up.
Okay, Javier, describe the move.
Okay, basically, I'm Batista bombing them.
You could hug me like you normally do and lift me up, and I could be like, he's squeezing me so tight. Like you have like a squeeze move.
So Javier clotheslines you, Charlie. You can tell that it didn't hurt. Javier wasn't really trying to hurt you, and then he starts to pick you up, and you're like, "Whoa!" And then he just slams you down on the mat.
Anyway, you took like 3 points of damage.
No, he doesn't take any damage. And one of the guys is like, "Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's great right there. You You're doing great. All right, now for your brother there. What's your special move?
Yeah, I'll do I look at Javi and I'm like, what do you think? Like, what do you think I should do? Like an aggressive push, or like I'm gonna try something. Just try to brace for this. I'm gonna point at his chest. I'm gonna like do like a flying kick at your chest. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up against the ropes and bounce off, and then I
He's
come
basically
in.
drop kicking me.
Yeah, and then I'll jump up and then like try to put both my feet up against his where his arms are braced to push him back, and then I fall backwards on the ground. Do I need to roll for that? To like
No. It's pretty obvious that, they liked the energy that you brought. You bounced off the ropes, and then you drop kicked him. So can you do that at a running opponent?
I can try, and it just depends on how good they are.
Okay.
Just putting on a good show, you know.
Yeah, just for reference, Mr. Mario, we're really loving what you got going on. And Mr. Luigi, you seem like you need some work, but this is a jobber's tryout. So we think this will work. We think this will work. You got the obviously more combat experienced, more aggressive, shorter, older brother. And then you have the leaner, scrawny, younger brother that seems to be a little afraid of everything. Y'all fine with going with that?
Yeah, that's scrawny. Yeah.
So anyway, do y'all have any tag team maneuvers that y'all have come up with that you have? Tag team maneuvers are pretty popular in the tag team division, so we need to see some.
Out of character, I've thrown you before into a fight. Maybe we can
Me?
do something. Yeah, remember that fight that you wanted to get closer in? So
no, I
you
jumped off
into
of you,
you
remember?
jumped into my hand and I
Yeah.
like hoisted you up. Maybe we could do something to that
Yeah.
effect.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna throw you like a fucking cannonball. Like right into like the guy's
could
chest cavity.
You could grab my arms and
Fastball
swing me
special.
around in a
Yeah,
circle.
the fastball. That's exactly it, Jay. The fastball special.
Or you could just grab my arms and swing me around and just use me as like a
Just use
weapon.
you as like an improvised weapon.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
So
First of all, let's try this. I go and I put my hands down, like step into my hands, and I'll hoist you up to like the top of the post behind me.
All right, and so
We just can try to do it real smooth, like a cheerleading move, just like that desert fight where we were trying to save.
So you want me to like run at you, jump, like you throw me up, and I land like over here, or like at somebody?
Yeah, like up there, but like just to get positioned, and then you can turn around and jump on people. It's just
Okay.
a super fast way to get up there.
Right. All right, well, let's do it.
So describe it.
Okay, so I kind of like I hunker down and put my hands together for him to step into, like the desert fight, where I sent him further into the fight, and then he steps into it, and he jumps with one leg, but I also lift. So like I'm trying to lift, but he also jumps, and he is gonna land on this post back here. He's gonna hopefully land back there.
He's a springboard. He's springboarding him.
Yeah,
And then what is Javier
and then
gonna
he
I'm
do?
just
turns around and jumps over me to.
nonsense. I'm gonna backflip like fucking like a dive on Charlie.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like a backflip and then like land right on top of him.
And ideally, this would be like if somebody was coming at us, if there was another opponent, you would jump on them. And it would happen so fast, they'd be like, whoa, you know?
So y'all do this move, and the guys are just like, we love the technicality y'all are bringing to this. It's kind of rare. The market's been kind of flooded with just big, beefy powerhouses. Seeing this level of flexibility, agility, we really like it. We really liking what we're seeing.
I
This
do a
is
cartwheel.
making Luke,
I go, woohoo!
this is making Luke kind of want to try out. He's like really enjoying this and kind of getting into it.
If y'all could, come forward and they point you towards the ropes. All right, so we really like what we're seeing. we have some offers for you two. Now we put in the thing; it was set pay, but we were told to pay better talent for better talent. Vince really wants to really look into some more local talent around this area. So we have a few things. Mr. Mario, would you mind doing 2 matches for us? A tag team and a singles.
Oh, of course.
All right. For the tag team, y'all will be going up against some of our new up-and-coming stars known as the Rockers. That would be...
I'm gonna whisper to Javi and be like, "Hey, man, we gotta leave pretty early. Like, should we tell them we gotta leave by 7 or 8?"
No,
So
it'll
your
be
tag
fine.
team... Your tag team fight would be against the Rockers of Marty Jannetty and Mr. Shawn Michaels. That will be your tag team fight. And then Mr. Mario for your singles your fight. We have 2 higher competitors consisting of 2 of our bigger stars. We really think that someone of your caliber showing off in the tag team fight and then going into a singles would really show some good faith. And we have on the list tonight Mr. Macho Man Randy Savage and Mr. Hulk Hogan.
I just look at
I'm
him
just
and
looking at Charlie.
I'm just like, you, can you? Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to stop you from this. Just say yes, I guess.
Luke and Jiraiya are just hanging out, yeah?
Yeah, you can put your token
With the
down
In
in
the
the
audience,
chairs.
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out with waiting for the boys to finish. Does Luke hear these names?
These are up and comers. This is like an amateur thing.
Now, Mr. Hogan and Mr. Macho Man have recently risen to the top of our company, and Mr. Shawn and Mr. Jannetty have recently come into our tag team division.
Yeah, because it's the 70s. It's the late 70s.
So you want us to lose both matches?
Well, we're gonna get with with Vince on this one because we really like what y'all bring to the table, and if you do really well and he allows us to, we might put y'all over in the tag team.
I should have washed dishes.
You just mumble that to yourself, and I just I'm like patting you, I'm like, calm down.
Now, for the tag team competition, if we do decide to put y'all over, you will be paid more than what it said on the ad. And then, Mr. Mario, you will receive your own individual check for the singles match, depending on where Vince puts you against Mr. Hogan or Mr. Savage. And then you'll get paid a higher than that singularly for tonight's venue. And honestly, Mr. Mario, if I could get any contact information, Vince himself may want to call you. You seem to have a lot of talent for this sort of work.
I'm just gonna give him my number. I'm like, yeah, here, and then I'm just gonna give it to him.
Also, just so y'all know, we're not stuck to the Mario and Luigi theme. If he ends up getting a contract, he'll probably want to be something else, and not be Mario. That would suck to start like our 70s wrestling career, and you're just stuck as Mario.
Well, we'll have to see about that. I know Vince pretty well. He's really gonna love this gimmick. You're just 2 brothers, 2 plumbers, and you're good guys. It's really good that y'all are baby faces and not heels. That's really important for this look. I think baby faces really works for what y'all have going. Okay, so venue starts at 7. The tag team match is gonna be at 7:20. And y'all be facing the Rockers, and then later that night, closer to 8 o'clock, Mr. Mario, we will get with you about your opponent for the night during the singles event. And yet again, so for the tag team division, looking like y'all are going to get paid a 400 that y'all can split. It is a singular check. And then Mr. Mario, you will get paid an additional 200 for the singles match.
Awesome.
Damn.
Yes, we're happy with this.
All right, we'll see you gentlemen tonight. And locker space is open. We don't have any numbers yet, but we will get you your numbers if you have any extra stuff you need to store in the locker room. But since you are one nights, hopefully, Mr. Mario, you're not a one nighter, and you will have to have your stuff cleared out of the locker by the end of the night. Anything left behind will be thrown away.
Will do.
All right, we'll see you gentlemen tonight, and Mr. Mario and Luigi. What is the y'all set a name for your? What is the tag team name? We need a solid name.
The Super Mario Brothers.
All right, yeah, we'll put it down. The Super Mario Brothers versus the Rockers tonight at 7:20. We'll see you, gentlemen. Please try to get here beforehand. Vince may want to go over a few things with you, and we will get you all rolling out. We can't wait to see what show you guys put on tonight.
I'll see you then.
So y'all leave the venue, and y'all are currently waiting.
Run around the corner to come talk to these two.
Yeah, if y'all want to.
What do we do? What have we done? Is this a bad choice? Do we make a bad choice?
I think this is gonna be a blast.
It should have been Jiraiya and Javi, and I should have walked dogs with you, Luke. Why do I talk so much lately?
And then y'all hear beep, 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 beep.
Luke will kind of walk over. Yeah, what's up?
Hello. We were just checking in to see how things were going.
So
Don't tell Allie about the wrestling thing.
we found some odd jobs, and we are helping the current Ranger team get put back together. We found one of the previous Rangers, and we've got a lead on one of the others.
Okay. Well, that sounds like everything's going good. What odd jobs did y'all get?
Dog walking. Just walking dogs.
Yeah, we walked some dogs.
I'm just gonna yell out. Me and Charlie are fighting people for money.
You're fighting people for money?
They're doing wrestling.
It's a performance, an acting thing.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, well, that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you drop one of your invisible cameras so I can watch it. And by the way, since it is the past older times and wireless cell phones aren't available, I sent a probe down and attached it to some cell phone lines. So if anyone tries to call your cellular devices, it'll ring just like a landline will.
Cool. Thank you.
Currently, the state of the pirate ship in orbit, it's definitely something. The energy is, don't know if y'all had figured this out yet, but it's definitely not from this multiverse.
Oh yeah, no, it's Sentiverse almost certainly.
So, we're keeping an eye on it for now, but something definitely seems to be going on. It's a lot of weird stuff happening currently. Well, just keep us updated, and when you get the full team back together, hopefully y'all can figure out what's with the fluctuation. I mean, the fluctuation's probably the, people not from this world, but it could be something else.
Should that take priority? Should we investigate?
Well, they don't seem to be up to much right now.
Oh, okay, just let us know if anything pops up that will take priority over us making a couple of bucks.
And at some point later tonight, Mr. Hayakawa will also be dropping down to Earth to do some investigation.
Hell yeah!
Watch him come to this venue, because he was like nothing like watching a good show, like a show, like after a hard day's work.
Didn't even know that we were in this.
Mm-hmm. And then he just sees the Super Mario Brothers. And it's just like Charlie and Javier walking out.
So, all right. So Allie's just like, well, just keep us updated and let us know if you get any future developments.
Will do.
And the line closes. So now y'all have, it's currently 5:30, 6 o'clock now. Y'all have an hour or so before y'all need to be back for the venue. Y'all can either just chill and wait near the venue, or however which way y'all want to do this.
Should we have our morphers on us, or should we should I hand over
I'm just gonna hand my morphers to Luke.
Luke, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Okay, so are y'all just gonna chill and wait for the venue time?
Yeah, grab something to eat.
Yeah, we should eat. All we've had was root beer floats. But I don't want to throw up anything, so I'm going to eat a light dinner.
There are a few small places around the stadium, and then there are several food vendors, just small ones, hot dog stands, probably like a taco truck. stuff like that, or some kind of food vehicle, whatever you want to. There's a few things around.
Get a hot dog.
Anybody else want a hot dog? Jiraiya's going to take a
Grab
hot dog.
How much are they? Oh, I gave all my money to Luke.
dog. Hot dogs are $1.25.
Somebody buy this for me because I gave all my
It would-
money. away.
I did.
I think they would be cheaper than that in the 70s. I don't know.
Fine, they're $1, just like the
Yeah.
milkshakes. They're $1.
They're $1. I don't know.
All right. I went ahead and paid
Yep.
for Charlie's.
Thank you.
So that's one for Luke and Jiraiya. So that's $2 from Luke. So y'all sit outside and you start eating, and then you start to see the people pour in and all
I forgot,
that.
we're still dressed up. We didn't even undress from the Mario Brothers outfit. We're still dressed up.
And then Luke and Jiraiya are gonna have to go get tickets while y'all enter through. Y'all were given passes to enter through the back with the rest of the performers.
It's like, but we're with the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, we should have got tickets for our friends. Dang.
It's
Yeah, they're not well known enough for you to say we're with the Mario
yeah, I was
Brothers.
like,
It's
that's
okay.
the one.
We'll get tickets. We'll sit up close. How much are tickets?
Tickets are like $1.50. They're tickets to a show. They're
It's
going
an
to be more
amateur
expensive.
wrestling show.
Okay, I will shell out the $3.
Dolan.
And then as Charlie and Javier make their way back, you see a lot of other wrestlers, all very comic-y characters like they were in the 70s and 80s. There's a construction worker guy, a policeman, a few superhero motifs, a dentist, stuff like that. That crazy kooky shit they had going back on at the end of the day. And anyone who knows professional wrestling, you will see familiar faces from the time of the 70s to 80s.
Is Andre the Giant there?
Yes, Andre the Giant is still alive in this time. So yeah, you see a lot of people, and then Javier and Charlie are called to Vince's office to speak to Vince.
Oh, jeez. All right, we go to the office.
So I'll go to the office, and he's just like, "Gentlemen, please sit down."
Oh God, why does he sound like J. Jonah Jameson?
So, my talent producers have told me a lot of good things about you two, especially you, Mr. Mario. So tonight, tag team against the Rockers. I've decided to put you over.
What does that mean? Jay,
It means you're gonna win the match.
I'm fucking destroying everybody.
Mr. Mario, you really won us over, and Mr. Luigi, maybe give us some time. You'll really be able to go over well. But for now, you're going to go over with the Rockers.
Sir,
Now, Mr.
it's an
Mario,
act. What I do makes him look better, so I'm just saying.
it does. It complements very well from what I understand. But Mr. Mario, for your match, I have 2 slots, and I'm going to let you pick. You can either go up against Macho Man Randy Savage or Hulk Hogan.
I was just about to say I'm gonna go with Macho Man.
All right. Now, here's the thing. Macho Man Randy Savage is our current world champion. So, you're not going to be winning tonight's match with Macho Man. But I expect you to put on a good show.
But if I can win it, can I?
They said that you were really talented. That's not how professional wrestling works.
All right.
Yeah, man. People.
So I need you to put on a good show, and I need you to show some of your moves.
Right.
And I'm liking what I heard, and I kind of like what I see. 2 plumber brothers. It's fantastic. Since y'all are going over with the Rockers, I don't know if they told you or not, it's going to be, instead of just 400 and a 200 split, it's going to be 450 split.
Awesome. We should just
Stay
quit
here, being
dude.
Power Ranger.
yeah.
And now, for your match with Macho Man Randy Savage, your current world champion, it's still only going to be about 200.
That's fine.
I expect a lot out of you, gentlemen. And if you do really well, maybe we can have you back here next week.
We travel a lot, so we'll see.
Well, I'm hoping I can make a bet, maybe an argument, that I could give you the money to keep you here.
We'll see.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Hard bargainers. I like it. Anyway, 7:20 is your first match, and then 8:45 is your next match with Macho Man Randy Savage.
Javier is raring to go.
And if you want to, your brother Luigi here can escort you to the ring. the beginning of the day, the thing starts with a big introduction to the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, and the first match is pretty okay. It's two new people, not much to talk about. It's all right. And then we come up to the next match with the tag team of the newly formed Super Mario Brothers versus the Rockers. So, Javier and Charlie need to move y'all to this corner.
Okay.
Who is going to be on the inside first?
Charlie, you want to be on the inside first?
Yeah. And then we
That
can
way, it
kinda-
can be like
they can-
oh, like
They'll be like,
the
this
younger
guy's a
brother
loser.
steps up.
Yeah, this guy's a loser, and then whenever you get in, put on a real show, and they'll be like, oh, like raise the attention of it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, Jannetty is going to be out first. Marty Jannetty is going to be out first, and Shawn Michaels is going to be on the rope. So, anyways, there is going to be one. You're going to need to roll performance, and I will describe the match as you perform, and we will see how well the crowd believes it.
Ugh, the first bad performance I've given. I'm
Right.
more scared. I'm actually scared, so I'm not hamming it up as much as I thought I would. And so, like, I'm actually just trying to run away, and everybody's kind of booing me. It's probably no.
Okay, so Marty Jannetty rolled really high. So y'all start the match, and you kind of circle each other. You have no experience in professional wrestling, so you know none of the things he's giving, none of the signs. He kind of sees that, and he starts to go in. You were probably given a few pointers from Javier in the locker room, I would
Yeah.
say. Javier wasn't going to let you go in blind, so y'all lock up as a test of strength standard wrestling start maneuver, and he goes in to put you in a headlock. And as he puts you in a headlock, you struggle for a little bit,
Yeah.
and he can feel you pushing, so he gives you that, and you push him off, and then you just kind of run up and just shove him, and he falls to the ground.
Yeah.
And you continue a little bit. You get your first actual slam to the ground. He does a standard suplex. You get tossed around. You start to realize, yeah, I knew wrestling was fake, but the physicality part of it
Yeah,
isn't.
I'm sweating.
You don't take any damage, but you are starting to sweat as you continue to go back and forth. As he's pushing you more to getting exhausted. Except you have these moments where you just kind of don't do anything as you try to read the room. But eventually you do go to tag out Javi as you can kind of read the room that the crowd is not buying it. And he goes to tag in his partner, Shawn Michaels.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I got nervous. Good luck.
So right now, Marty did carry you through that first round, or not the round, that first bit of the match, but the crowd is still kind of wavered on your performance.
Can I call out to Javi and be like, come on man, you got this, and give him an upshift on his performance roll?
Yes, you can.
I will do that.
Come on, bro, you can do it.
You got this, bro. Really save one of those.
Yeah.
An upshift on your die roll of performance.
So wait, what would I? It's at 0, so it would just be a D2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever it takes.
do I just leave it at 10, the difficulty?
Yeah, just leave it in.
And just ham it up again.
Fuck!
Oh, we suck.
Damn.
Oh, thank God. They're carrying us, dude. They should have won.
Okay, and this is the legendary Shawn Michaels, so that makes sense. So you start to go against Shawn Michaels. He's much more of a striker. You're shorter than most of the other opponents. So is Shawn. Shawn is a very small wrestler. So you're kind of he's still a little taller than you. I think Shawn Michaels is 5'7" or 5'8". So you're still a little bit shorter, but he's short for a wrestler. You standard lock up. Y'all lock up, and you start going back and forth. He can feel that you have more talent. It's just the way you go about it. It's kind of like instead of it being fluid, you're just doing stuff to do it. It does get great reactions. what you're doing does get great reactions. It's just kind of like you're an NPC in a wrestling game. You just wait for something to happen, and then you do something, and then you just kind of idle pause for no reason. So y'all are going back and forth. However, we are getting to the point of the match where exciting stuff happens. So I'm going to need you to see who gets their finisher off. It's not the end of the match. Once you see who gets their finisher off, you're going to have to do a might check against Shawn Michaels. Oh, no, an athletics check against Shawn Michaels.
Dude, all right. Oh, like right now? Okay.
Yeah. Just roll an athletics check, keep it at 10, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see if he can get you. Damn!
For
So
those listening, that's a 21 from Javi and a 20 from Sean.
yeah, he got a critical success. So here's how it's going. So what you're using the Batista bomb? Describe how you Batista bomb him.
Exactly how I did like Charlie. So like I basically just like clothesline him, or at least I basically just clothesline him, and then I lift him up and like slowly, dramatically lift him up, and then bring him right back down.
And it gets a massive bomb from the crowd. They have not seen that particular slam yet. Massive reaction from the crowd. Do you go to pin Sean?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is where Sean's critical success comes in. He kicks out right after one. But the crowd is loving it. They are eating this shit up. They love it when you are just slamming shit. But after that slam, Sean is going to go to try to tag out to his partner. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go over to Charlie and see if he wants to.
I'm waving my hands back and forth like, no. You got
Okay.
it. You got it.
I'm just gonna stay out here though.
So he tags in Marty, and Marty comes back in, and Marty is full sprinting towards you. Full sprint. So you can either roll an athletics to try to counter what he's going to do, or you can just roll evasion and get out of the way.
Athletics, you said?
Athletics to counter. And you're going to have to beat his athletics.
Please.
I'm about to roll
The
now.
worst roll I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
God. Why? Please. Hey, it'll make for a good show.
So you try, you're preparing for him, but it was not what he was expecting. He basically spears you.
Oh, shit. Okay, now I'm reaching my hand out like, come on, tag me.
So Marty's going to go to try to pin you after that spear. And to kick out, you're going to have to roll me. What would be a good thing for kicking out? Let me look real quick. You're going to, roll me a might. Let's see if you kick out.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. The count of 1 hit. Roll it again.
He's holding you down real good. I'm holding my hand out like, come on.
Like, no way.
2.
Wait, is 3 where
All
it
right.
ends?
Come on,
3 is where the
get your ass up.
Just Luke.
okay. Your teammates are invigorating you. The crowd is invigorating you.
Run in and
Give yourself edge. Give yourself
break
edge.
the rules.
You can run in and try to stop it. You can knock him off.
Yeah!
Oh, it doesn't matter. So right before the 3 count, it's a 1, a 2, and Javier kicks out, and the crowd goes wild. So what are you gonna do now, Javier?
I'm gonna rush him, and then and then right as I get to him, I'm gonna jump, and do that like spinning move that Rey Mysterio does.
Oh, a Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna take some
I know it
finesse.
is. Watch me fail this shit. Finesse? Damn, I have no finesse.
It's gonna be a finesse, and the difficulty, just leave it at 10.
All right, cool. With the snag because I have nothing in it.
Let's go, baby! Woo!
Fuck yeah!
Right on 15. Right on 15. All right.
Loses their minds or what?
So they're seeing this short king do this crazy head spinning move they've never seen, and they lose their shit.
Can I like do a performance check to just like be like cheering him on, like holding my hands up, like yes.
That's
Yeah, you
my
can do that.
brother.
That's my brother.
Where to go, Mario? You're the number one.
Fucking kill him, Mario! Rip his head off! The crowd is believing more that y'all are brothers, and the rank on this match is starting to go up. So Marty is gonna try to go back to get
Can I try to
Sean.
stop him?
What are you doing? You can. You will have to beat.
Actually, I was gonna say I want to try and stop him. I want to come up behind him and then just like German suplex him.
Damn. So yeah, he does not get back, and you basically reverse German suplex him.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw him back, and he gets thrown back here. As Sean is desperately trying to get him to tag out, you got him back in the center of the ring.
And if he's on the ground, can I try to pin him?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
Get his ass, Mario! Get him!
But he's gonna counter your pin and try to possum pin you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So you're now being reverse possum pinned. And now Marty and Sean are aware that y'all are winning, so it gets to 2, and he basically helps you kick out. After that failed possum pin, he would have ended up on this side, and he's going to sprint to Sean.
All right, this time I'm gonna let Charlie in.
And Sean tags in as Janetti gets his rest. You have to go to the corner. It has to be in the corner.
My bad.
You have to tag out in the corner.
Get in, and I'm feeling it now. Like I've never been a part of something like this, and I'm like the crowd and everything, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. I'm still kind of hopping around like an idiot, like a clown. What you gonna do?
So y'all lock up, and Sean's gonna try to Irish whip you into the corner post.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to roll an athletics against Sean. Whoever gets the highest is gonna see. If you succeed, you will Irish whip him into the corner, and now he'll be in the corner for you to mess with. Get him, Luigi!
I'm a try.
Some random guy is just like, fuck him up!
Just like that one guy. He's just like, grab his dick and twist it. The good old dick twist.
Where's dick off?
And they're just like, security, get that man out of here.
Save me a piece of corn for later.
All right, so you fail, and he throws you into the corner. Let me get you with the. There you go. He gets you in the corner, and now he's going to start chopping at your chest.
Okay.
So he only gets one chop, and you easily reverse it. You don't like that feeling. It did not hurt. It did not feel good. Mm-hmm. So you've got him a bit off guard. He only got one chop in. What are you going to do? What are you going to throw him somewhere? Are you going to kick him?
How are his legs positioned? Can I try to slide under his leg?
You can always try to do anything.
Or should I just zip around? What is this? It would be a finesse. Oh, I have a escape artist. Let me do that. Let me try like escape around him. Okay,
Luke is right here. Luke is right here, and he's like, "Go!" This is the most into something you've ever seen him.
Oh yeah, that's true. And I always want to make. Okay, I'll use a story point, and I will.
Luke's just like, Charlie, what are you doing? Get out of there!
Luke's like out of his seat, and he's like, "Come on, dude, you've got this."
I'm just like, geez, I've never seen Luke so lively. We fought real monsters, and he's not gotten into this.
Yeah, like real monsters, like Luke's super chill for the most part. Like, but this, he's going. Oh my god!
Damn!
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
No.
That would have been so good, though.
Luigi's meant to be a loser. He's meant to be a loser. I'm cursed.
So you try to escape, and he just he grabs both of the ropes with his hands, and he just uses his foot to kick you back in the corner, and you're now down in the corner as he's just starting to just stomp on you and stomp on you and stomp on you. Now, granted, I want y'all to know something about professional wrestling if y'all ever watched it. They never follow the fucking rules when it comes to tag team. So if Javi wanted to, he could slide down the ropes while the ref isn't looking, and then just like headbutt Shawn Michaels.
It makes the crowd love it.
So Javi, if you wanted to, while Charlie's getting his shit stomped in, you can go across to the other side of the ropes here, across from Shawn, and like fuck with him.
Like you said, I'm just gonna hit. Like, how close is he? Is he close enough for a headbutt?
Yeah, you could literally reach over the ropes, grab him, and just
Oh
like
yeah,
headbutt him.
I reach over, grab his head, and bring it to me and headbutt him.
So give me a might, and you have advantage because he's busy focused on stomping Charlie's
Right.
shit in.
Hey, you punk! That's my little brother.
And Charlie, you getting your ass kicked is very
I'm hamming it
believable.
up to make it be like, oh,
Oh, what was the thing?
he's killing me.
He's what am I beating?
That's might. Might. You're not
Oh,
just keep
okay.
it 10 and just give yourself edge.
Oh,
That'll do
Jesus
it.
Christ.
All right. So while Sean is kicking Charlie's entire body in, you run over there real quick and then you grab him. He's caught off guard and you headbutt him, and Sean goes tumbling back.
Marty, see?
Marty is dropped down and he's running to behind to grab Javier.
Look out, Mario! Look out!
I mean, can I like backflip jump him? Since like I'm up on the
Yes.
stage and he's not.
You gotta beat a 14.
What am I using? Acrobatics? Finesse?
Acrobatics.
Okay, cool. I have nothing in acrobatics, so this is gonna be nice. 14, you said?
Yep. So Javier senses Marty behind him, and as Marty goes to reach for him, Javier just backflips off, landing on top of him, and now they're both on the floor, starting to tussle as Javier is on top of him, just wailing into him, punching him in the head. Not really, because it's
Right.
wrestling, but you're on top of him, you're punching him, and now Charlie, while that's going on, Shawn Michaels is on the ground. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to get on him and pin him.
Yeah.
I go.
So you get barely one, and he kicks out.
I go, you know what? Yeah, that's
And he-
fair. No, I saw that coming.
And he springs up, and he's going to try to hit you with his finisher, the super kick.
Oh God.
Oh, he fumbles. He tries to super kick you, and he absolutely fails. He is in a very vulnerable state right now. You can use your finisher if you wish and try to pick up the win.
What's my finisher? That kick thing again?
Okay,
The drop kick.
Okay, I'll go up against the ropes, and then I try to do that.
Just do the Luigi missile from Smash
Yeah,
Brothers,
I
where you
use
just
my-
launch yourself.
Instead of my legs, I use my head.
Oh god.
Woo, baby! Let's go! Yeah! You use your head. You actually do the Luigi missile.
Which I've never even seen
Just-
before because
we bought Smash Bros, but I don't think we played it yet.
So you run back, you bounce off the ropes, and you just jump and then manage to put yourself in a straight line, full body, head into this man, and he gets knocked down. The crowd is losing your shit. Do you go to pin?
Yes.
You get while Javier is inside at the edge next to the crowd, pummeling the shit out of Marty Jannetty. Y'all hear the 1, the 2, and the 3, and the bell rings.
I get up and I help him up. Is he okay? He's okay.
He's trying to tell you, let me
Oh,
lay
yeah,
down for
sorry,
effect.
sorry.
Let me
Oh,
say.
and I just hold my hands up.
And
I'm like, Mario!
And the announcer says, and the winner is the Super Mario
I'm
Brothers.
just gonna jump up here and be like, like
Yeah. I hug Mario.
yeah.
We did it! I'm running to the ropes. I'm like, that's a right to win number 1. Waluigi, I'm gonna win.
Mario's the number 1.
So y'all win your first fight, and y'all were given a 4-star rating.
Oh my God. This shit's so much fun.
Oh my god.
Javier ruled the crowd with his slams and his overall strength, and Charlie won the crowd by
The
being the
underdog.
underdog
That nobody thought was gonna do anything.
that managed to dodge Shawn Michaels' super kick and then missile himself into the man and pick up the pin.
Holy shit.
So that goes for this. Y'all are paid your $4.50, and Vince tells y'all have probably stolen the show. Not even Mario's fight with Macho Man Randy Savage in about 40 minutes is going to be able to top that. Y'all were in about a 15-minute match. This is a standard match. Maybe over 15, maybe a 16 and a half minute match. You kept the time great. Y'all did really well. and Charlie getting the win was just fantastic.
That was so fucking good.
And now it's time. So y'all are resting in the back as Javier prepares for his fight with the Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Man approaches you, Javier.
Sure.
I saw you out there. You did real good. But you think you can go up against the Macho Man himself?
All right, I'm gonna keep the fucking Mario bit going. Like, like I'm going to show you why I'm the big brother.
Ooh, you call yourself the big brother, yet you couldn't even pick up the win.
Like, I'm gonna go up to him like, you know how it is. I just have to let him get it.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Mario. I may be the world champion. But tonight, it won't be about who's destined to win or who Vince has picked to win. If the crowd thinks you should win, that's the way it's gonna be. You won't get my title, but it'll be a true show of skill and see which cream is gonna rise to the top. Are you the cream of the crop, brother?
I guess we'll have to find out.
I'll see you in the ring.
I'm out. All right, and I'm gonna head back and like go. How much time do I have left? Or like, is the match about to start?
Yeah, about 10
Okay,
minutes.
all right. I'm gonna go over to Luke and Charlie.
What's up? What happened?
Holy fuck.
Why do you look so excited right now?
Javier's got that fucking childish grin on his face. He is hyped. He is ready. He is pumped.
Are you gonna lose on purpose and be professional?
I don't know. Did you? Well, wait. No, but none of them heard what Macho Man said to me, right? So like,
No, it was in the back.
right. He Macho Man Randy Savage literally told me that if the crowd wants me to win, then that's what's gonna happen.
Are you sure this wasn't? You didn't make this up in your head?
He said he doesn't care what Vince says. That if depending on what the crowd says, I could win.
So yeah, just listen to the crowd and play off of that. And if they're liking him more, let him win. Or if they're liking you more, just do what you got to do. But don't hurt him.
I'm not gonna try to hurt him.
So while y'all are talking, one of these guys comes and says, "Hey, Mario Brothers, Vince needs you in the back. There's been a change of plans."
All right.
So y'all go to the back, and Vince just like, Mr. Mario. All right. So here's the deal. Hulk Hogan was supposed to be in a cage match tonight with Yokozuna. Yokozuna can't be in the cage match. He's not approved by a doctor. So we're making the cage match your match against Macho Man Randy Savage.
He's gonna have you for 3 minutes of playtime.
3 minutes of playtime.
That's perfectly okay.
All right. And now Macho Man came to me and he said, now you won't get the title. He'll still be world champion. But he wants to go with the flow of the crowd. And after your performance tonight, I accept. Whatever which way the crowd leans, that's who's going to pick up the win.
You got it.
So, and he says, Mr. Luigi, also, please make sure you enter with your brother to the ring.
Okay. I'm going to get out before the cage comes down, right?
So back in the day, they didn't have so it's basically blue cage walls that only encompass just like the outer edge of the ring. You'll be on the sidelines over here. It only just encompasses the full ring. It's not like how it is now where it's like in the ring and then like a few feet away from the ring.
Yeah.
So it's time to start. Macho Man enters out, and then you enter out after with Charlie. And it's just, you enter out with him and you get in the cage and they lock it up. And it's just you and the Macho Man.
Is there any way that I could somehow pull my red cape from the morphing grid and put it on Mario and have it and be carrying it behind him?
I'll allow that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now entering the ring, standing at 5'4" and weighing over 200 pounds, the Super Mario Brothers. And the fucking crowd is just like standing in this corner, weighing over 200 pounds at 5'4", Mario. And the crowd
I'm
loses
gonna
their
do like
shit.
a backflip and be like, Yahoo!
I'm gonna take my cape off and then fold it up and hold it. I'm like, don't mess up my cape.
In the cage, they lock the cage, and it's go time. And that bell rings, ding, 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 ding.
You got this, little Mario.
You got this.
So y'all go in, you both lock up with each other. It's going to be a test of strength. So whoever rolls the highest in might, that's who's going to get it, and that's who's going to get to do something. I love how we're spending all of this session professional wrestling. That's fantastic.
Oh no.
What did you
I
roll?
rolled great.
Oh, shit. So he gets you in a lock, and he just does a standard side suplex and gets you onto the ground.
Can I try to break out of it?
Yeah. Well, he successfully gets the suplex.
Right.
So, but you're now on the ground. So he's going to start putting you in a standard arm bar, and he's going to start putting you in a submission hold of an arm bar. And the crowd right now is loving Macho Man's energy, and so far the crowd is waning with Macho Man. So if you can beat a 13 with Braun, you can break out of it. Damn! Not only do you get out of it, you like pull a full you pull a full Argo Golski from G Gundam and just get up with him still on your arm. You are completely standing up with him still on your arm, and you just throw your arm up and down real quickly, and he flat lands on his back, and now he's on his back. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna quickly jump on here, and then jump off and dive on him.
What kind of dive? Talking about a frog splash, elbow, backflip.
Elbow.
Damn. So you try to do an elbow drop in, he just rolls out of the way, and you lands flat on the mat with your elbow.
Fuck.
The crowd lets out a ooh because they know that shit hurt.
Ooh.
So you are now right here on the ground. He's gonna run back to the ropes, and then he's just gonna try to leg drop you and just land straight on your head with his leg.
Fuck.
God.
He lands that leg directly on your head with the leg drop, and he's gonna go for the pin. Although it is too soon, he's doing it for the theatrics, so he helps you kick out at 1. You reset, you both get up, and you're both distance away from each other. What are you gonna try to do?
Come on, Mario, you got this. Let's go, Mario. Wow.
Now it'll just be a test of blows, and I'm just gonna walk up to him. We're just gonna start hammering him.
He's gonna start hammering you back as you both just trade blows back and forth. And then he's gonna, after you trade blows back and forth, as the crowd gets loud, as y'all are just going in, wailing on each other, he's gonna try to grab one of your arms and throw you right into the steel cage. So
Can I use
both?
I'm gonna try to use the momentum of him throwing me to throw him.
Yeah, so you're both gonna have to roll might, and whoever rolls the highest is the one who gets thrown into the cage. Ooh, yeah, he tries to throw you into the cage, and you end up reversing it. He slams right into the cage.
Yeah.
So now he's picking himself up. He's leaning on the cage. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be like, this one's for my brother, and then I'm gonna do like a running drop kick.
Oh, and you're gonna kick him right into the cage. All right, so that's it. So you run and you jump and you drop kick him right into the fucking cage, and he goes down. The crowd is screaming. The crowd seems to be waning in your favor now.
Yeah.
You've seen like in like movies or something, or like wrestling, or like, well, they'll like grab them, like from in between the legs to get a good grip, and then like have like one arm around their shoulder and basically just like lift them up and throw them down. I'm just throwing them.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
just
yeah.
spiking him into the ground, basically.
So you're basically just spiking him into the ground. Okay, he's gonna let that happen for the theatrics.
Mario.
Yeah, the crowd at this point is just
I'm trying to get
Mario,
him to be
Mario.
on Mario's side.
Wherever he falls, I'm gonna do like a front flip and like land both of my legs on his chest.
So you try to do that, and he dodges out of he gets out of the way, and as you hit the ground, he quickly picks you up and gives you a German suplex, throwing you backwards. And then you're pretty still within range. He's gonna run to the ropes and get up and go for his signature move, the elbow drop. This is his finishing move. The crowd starts to go wild as Macho Man Randy Savage sets this up. So he's going to come down, and as he's coming down, you're going to need to roll me some finesse to beat him, to try to grab him in time and turn that momentum against him. So he slams down to you with this elbow drop, and he's going to go for the pin. You can either kick out at 1. You can kick out, I would say, if you want to really eat up in this match, kick out at either right before 2 or right after, or 2 before it hits 3.
That's what I'm going to do. Try to kick out like right before it hits 3.
So the 1, 2, and you kick out, and the crowd is losing their shit. It seems the crowd is still in your favor and liking it. So y'all are both getting back up, and things are starting to reset. So what you're gonna do is you can see Charlie behind there with the steel chair, just like holding it up, like come get the chair. So you're just trying to knock him down as quickly as possible, and you're gonna try to clothesline him, and then with the minute of you hitting the ground, quickly bolt back up and grab the chair before he can turn around. So roll me both of y'all are going to be rolling athletics against each other, and if you get the higher one, you will be able to get him down with the clothesline and then go grab the chair from Charlie. God, that's what you rolled? You rolled a 20?
Hell yeah!
So you quickly see Charlie's chair. You just straight up, as things are going, you don't even care what he's doing. You take your arm across, you clothesline him down, you hit the ground, you quickly bolt back up and grab the chair between the steel bars, and you currently have the chair as Macho Man is getting back up.
All right. And now this one I'm familiar with. I'm just gonna fucking like come up behind him, like just walk up behind him as he's getting up, and then bring it down on him.
And he takes that full chair shot to the back.
Hit him! Hit him!
The crowd is losing their shit. They're like, Mario! Mario!
Yeah, I'm gonna pick this giant of a man up, and then like really kind of like wind it up and like bring him down.
You bring him down, and the crowd pops as a massive, electrifying crowd as everyone's losing their shit. And the crowd is just yet again just like, Mario! 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 And as you were on the ground after slamming, he just says, not bad, kid. I guess it's time.
All right, I'm gonna try to pin him.
And 1, 2, 3, and the crowd pops off as the ref comes in, lifts your arm up, and the winner is Mario! And the crowd is losing their shit as they go to unlock the gate to the steel cage.
I run in and I hold Javi's hand up, and I'm pointing at him like, "This is my brother!"
That's my fucking boy! That's my fucking boy! Luke is like losing his shit.
Eventually, Macho Man gets back up. I hope to see you around more often.
Can we do like the Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like,
Arnold,
son of a
son of a
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you grab hands and you squeeze your tight grips as he starts to walk off. As the crowd is still eating up your performance, it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So you go backstage, and Vince says, "I've never seen a performance like that from a jobber before. You may have a future in this business, Mr. Mario."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And for that, as he's writing your check, he hands it to you, and instead of 200, you see a whopping 300 flat.
Nice.
I hope this can persuade you to come back next week.
If I'm still in town, I'll definitely come back.
And did you give your contact information to any of my talent supervisors? Well, Mr. Mario and Mr. Luigi, I will definitely be in touch.
Yeah, I'm gonna shake his hand.
I shake his hand too.
Shake your hand.
Mine's nodded.
And y'all end off. You go hit the showers, you clean up, and y'all are out. And Luke and Jiraiya are outside the venue. As y'all walk outside, money in hand, victory as Javier. Some people stop you on the way out, asking you to sign shirts they bought at the venue that are just standard WWF logo shirts.
My autograph? Nobody? Okay.
I'm gonna sign them. I'll sign every single one.
Oh my god.
No, Luigi, you have people too that ask for yours, but Mario gets more. You start shining shirts, and you eventually make your way out. And it is now, by the time you get out there and everything, and the venue ends, it is 8:30.
It's time to go grab some drinks, boys. That
Hell
I
yeah.
think that is the most fun I have had in years.
That was a lot of fun, but I am tired. Even just watching him in that fight made me tired.
And then you get y'all are not around anyone. It's an empty parking lot as y'all are walking for the venue, and you just hear Allie on the comms, and I recorded the whole thing.
God.
I forgot Allie was watching.
Allie was on the ship
She was
as
carrying
Orion
along
and
the
Allie were watching,
Get him!
and she was too into it.
She's the one that was like, grab his stick and twist it!
Grab his stick and twist it! Do it, Javi!
I know Ryan's just horrified. Hayakawa's also watching like over like Allie's shoulder, like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Is that Javier
Is that
with a
Javier?
steel chair?
All right, so where are y'all going first? The Eclipse or the Midnight
We
City?
were told to go to the Midnight City, right?
Oh, hold on. We can't forget to edit our money.
And there was a teller there that you could go ahead and cash your check if you wanted to. So y'all both went ahead and cashed your checks on the way out, walking out with fat stacks.
Javier has
at the end of the night.
$601 in his pocket.
And now
You're rich in the 70s.
$225.
So you walk out with the money. Y'all are making your way. Do you contact any of the new Rangers to meet you at the Midnight City?
Benjamin.
Well, if you want to call Benjamin, you can.
What's Jackie doing?
I think
Y'all can
so.
y'all can call and find
I
out.
think Jackie coming along might not be the best idea because she kind of seems to not like Troy.
Right. Yeah, that's a good call. She does not seem to like Troy. The Green Ranger, the original Green Ranger, did he die? We don't know.
Y'all didn't ask.
Okay. But something clearly bad happened because Carl was like, well, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we can handle it on our own, probably.
You the leader. I believe in you.
Cool. Let's go grab some drinks. I'm fucking like, this is like, okay, so since leaving the Turtles world, this is like, because Luke was pretty happy while we were in the Turtles world. He had his moments, but he was overall in a pretty good mood. Luke's in a pretty good mood right now. This is the happiest he's been since the Turtles world.
I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, drinks on me.
I'm gonna get a tab.
Yeah, y'all go to the bar. Hold
Is
on.
my fake mustache that I'm still wearing help at all? Hello, I'm an adult man.
You guys showered and cleaned up.
Right. We did try.
Dang, this is a nice club.
Pull up in our sick ass car.
So y'all don't call any of the new Rangers at all.
Yeah, we'll let Ben know that we're here and that we're gonna try to find Troy.
So y'all call Benjamin, and he says, "Oh hey, are y'all about to start hitting clubs to find Mr. Troy?"
Yep.
Alrighty. Me and Carl will probably meet y'all wherever y'all are at, unless Carl wants to go check out another one. Jackie said she's definitely not coming along, and Mr. Banner is currently occupied.
Yeah, we're at Midnight City since Carl seemed to think this would be the better option of the two.
Alrighty, we'll meet y'all at the Midnight City and just try to blend in, and maybe you'll spot him.
Cool.
We just have a John Wick moment here. It's like a club, and we're just
before we go in, would there have been time for Luke to have stopped and bought something?
Why?
Luke's also got like the W shirt.
No, he wants to stop and buy a blue bandana.
Okay. Yeah, sure. If you stopped for that,
we can say
cool.
he did.
I mean,
red bandana, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, Charlie doesn't need to know anything about these bandana things. Charlie needs to know nothing about it.
No, I don't know.
This is a Luke specific thing.
some weird Studio 54 sex thing.
Yeah, kind of.
What?
Can I get in? Can I get into this club?
You are the only one that has stopped. And they ask you how old you are.
Hello. I am old enough to party.
Oh my god.
Oh, a perfect roll.
The difficulty was 17, by the way.
I'm telling y'all, man, when it comes to persuasion, I'm the dude.
So this guy looks at you, sees the bruises and everything, and is just like,
I'm not gonna cause any problems. Come on, man.
but no, you telling me like I'm old enough to party, and he's just like, dog, with how you've been partying lately, I don't doubt it. Get in there.
Yeah.
Give him a little handshake, and then I walk in.
Hell
You
yeah.
can tell by the way I use my walk. Come on, what makes me? No time to talk.
And before y'all got here, Jiraiya decided to head back up to the ship, so he is back on the ship.
Where's
He's like,
Hayakawa?
I've had enough excitement for the night.
Right.
I
He
want
had to sit
Hayakawa
next
here.
to Luke.
Meanwhile, you're like the type of person that was getting like excited, so you're like hitting them, like, "Are you seeing this? Like, look at it! Like, he's fucking him up."
He has to sit next to Luke screaming for fucking 2 hours.
Oh my god.
Oh. Luke's in a good mood. He's got a little pep in his step.
So y'all enter in, it's standard affair, tons of music, tons of stuff going on.
Is this the bar?
Yeah, that's the bar.
Okay.
I'm on the dance floor, right?
I think that's
You're gonna hit the dance floor.
I think that's the dance floor.
You're gonna hit
trying
the
trying to
dance
do my
floor.
John Travolta moves. Y'all see me? I'm pointing at the air, pointing at the ground, pointing at the air, pointing at the ground, rolling my hands back and forth.
Send a glass of milk to this guy.
That feels vaguely threatening.
So as you're in the dance floor, Charlie, you feel a familiar presence.
Who that?
It's our boy. It's our boy.
Oh,
It's our
Oh.
boys. Specifically
You
in
just
the
hear,
fucking. Oh my god.
Hey
you
guys!
just hear, you just hear. All right, bulk. It's time to hit the town. Alrighty then, let's go in here and dance the night away. As you see them hit the dance floor and they start dancing,
I'm dancing with these guys.
Skulk makes a return. Yeah. So you're starting to dance. Who is all going to be keeping an eye out for Troy? Roll alertness.
Luke is.
I'm not paying attention. I'm dancing.
You
Charlie's
guys are
having a
pretty
fucking
cool.
I'm trying to vibe with these dudes.
You guys are pretty cool. Yeah, you're not too bad yourself. You want to go do a line in the bathroom?
A line of what?
Dude, okay.
I'm the line defender.
Luke gets distracted by whatever the fuck is happening with these three. He's like, wait, is that fucking Bulk and Skull? Why does Bulk look like Helvet?
Javier, you don't notice Troy. You do, however, notice a man making the rounds, seeming as he's talking to everyone, trying to ask questions. You don't quite make out the man's face, but you do see a man going in between the crowds, the people at the bar, the people sitting in the chairs here, as you see a man just kind of passing around between the people.
Just asking questions.
Yes.
Can I try and like casually make my way in his way to see if maybe he'll ask me a question?
You would have caught him right here as he went to approach you.
Mm-hmm.
You try to cut him off. What do you exactly try to do to this man?
I'm mainly just trying to get it like cross his path and see if maybe he'll ask me a question.
So you start walking, and he says, "Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions?"
Oh yeah, sure.
It's Mr. Jack McGee with the National Register. Got a lot of things going on here, but one thing in particular: have you seen this creature? And what he hands you is a photo.
Oh my god.
Have you seen this creature? There's a lot of stuff going on around here, so I figured I'd asked the town if they had seen him.
I'm gonna can't say I have. Where are you looking for him?
I've been chasing this creature for over a year now, and it has eluded me to this very day. With all this stuff happening, I would assume that he would be responsible.
Responsible?
Have you not heard? Have you been living under a rock for the last year?
Kinda.
So you don't know about the Hulk?
Oh my god. Also, Luke's right next to this conversation.
Think I've heard about the Hulk.
Like,
Have you known anything or seen any whereabouts of the Hulk?
No.
Do you have any friends or anyone that would have that, hasn't been living under a rock for the last year?
I'm just gonna point him to Luke.
Ah, yes. So, do you know anything about the Hulk?
uh, I mean, I've heard like a few words here or there. I honestly don't really think.
Did you say Hulk? We almost fought him in the ring earlier. Hulk Hogan. But we ended
No,
up fighting somebody else. Anyway,
not.
nice meeting you, man. And I just go back to dancing.
Um, I mean, I've heard a few words here or there, but I personally think he's like a tall tale.
He's not a tall tale. He's responsible for 2 murders.
Are we thinking of the same guy?
Yes, the Incredible Hulk that killed Dr. David Banner.
Ah,
So he's responsible for 1 murder.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I've heard like whispers here or there, but yeah.
So you don't know anything about the whereabouts of the Hulk.
Nah, man. I don't really keep up with that side of things. Sorry to disappoint.
Well, if you hear anything and he hands you a card, here's my card. You can call me at any time.
Gotcha. Understood. Appreciate it.
And then he's going to start making his way continuously around the bar. As around this time,
Oh god. Oh god, the nerd squad is here.
Jeez.
We love it.
Cat boy.
Carl, it's good to see you. Let me get you a tab.
Carl is immediately going to go with Charlie wherever he goes as he says, "We got to keep a lookout for Troy. At any moment he could walk through those doors and we need to nab him pretty quick. I haven't seen him in years, but apparently he has probably gotten stronger from what I heard. If we take him together, we can probably get him down and get him back to home base, where I'm sure he may put up quite a fight otherwise."
Totally. Do you want anything to drink? I'm going to get a tab.
He's gonna get a small drink, and then Benjamin's gonna walk up. "Oh, hey guys, have y'all seen Troy anywhere?"
No, not yet, but we did run into someone else that we can maybe talk about.
Who'd you run into?
Some reporter guy, Jack McGee.
With the National Register. Yes, he's the one who's been tailing Dr. Banner.
He's here asking questions.
Yes, he appears to think that the Incredible Hulk is somewhere around here.
Yeah, I kind of told him that I wasn't too sure about the whole thing.
From what I understand, from what I gathered, because I was there when the event happened. Right at the very end. You see, a long time ago, David was a part of a research to create super soldiers. Not only that, he was affected by a death of his wife, trying to reach into the hidden strengths that all of us humans have, which eventually was very close to the Life Force program. Very similar in nature, but instead of using powerful technology, they wanted the soldiers to be already adept in combat. I was there as a minor research assistant when everything happened, and the Incredible Hulk had attacked and killed his assistant. And not only that, Dr. Banner himself was severely injured. If Jackie had not been there with her life brace, we probably wouldn't have gotten out of the building alive. And then David, since then, has been very much a hermit at home base. not willing to talk about the incident.
Understandable. I know what it's like to lose someone pretty close to you. It does kind of turn you into a bit of a hermit.
Wait, you guys are talking about like the Hulk? Like I heard that guy kind of talk about it earlier. What do you wait? What?
The Incredible Hulk, if what I understand, is a beast of some kind. Due to the test of gamma radiation, David Banner feels guilty for what happened with the creation of the Hulk. So once they announced that David Banner was dead, he fled into hiding and traveled the country, where he eventually ran into Jackie and myself at another Hulk attack.
But aren't there like monster attacks? Like what is the Hulk just one of the monsters?
The Hulk had been a thing after the gang had split up the first time. The Hulk has been chasing Dr. Banner since the whole first event of his creation. From what I understand, it's the Hulk chasing the monster that created him, the man that created him. David Banner has been eluding until he could find a cure for the Hulk and hoping that he can calm the beast that he created. From what I understand, from what Jackie and David told me, David was on the run for a long time trying to find the cure, making sure the Hulk didn't stay in one place and destroy too much. Eventually, he came back to Jackie, where apparently Jackie didn't tell him about home base. Once she had told him about home base, he came back and he's been there ever since. And the Hulk hasn't shown up to destroy anything, likely because it hasn't been able to get to Dr. Banner.
I look at Luke, and my eyes are huge.
Luke just kind of you've been around Luke long enough to be able to pick up on his facial expressions, and he makes this face like don't.
And I'm just kind of back away. Let's keep looking for Troy.
So, eventually, there are loud noises heard.
Oh yeah. I mean, Luke would
Coming
kind of be
from-
wandering around a bit. He's had like maybe a drink or two.
So, y'all hear yelling in the bathroom, one of the bathrooms. Imagine these are both public bathrooms, mini toilets, stuff like that. And you'll start to hear noises coming from the men's bathroom.
Stand back.
As-
Check my aura sight.
As before you can even get anything, Mr. McGee is thrown through the door and onto his feet. And as he's thrown to the floor, you hear a man say, "You know, it's not polite to bother a man in the restroom while he's trying to go to the bathroom, right?
Oh my god, I know that.
You don't go around asking questions to someone who is trying to get some privacy. I don't think you realize, Mr. McGee, exactly what I'm capable of." As Mr. McGee tries to get up, Troy picks him up and says, "Now I suggest you get out of here with all this nonsense about a Hulk and proceed to make your way out of the door. At least the door hits your ass on the way out." And he throws him back to the ground as Mr. McGee starts to scramble out before anything more happens.
I'd be like, don't you hate it when people try to be like news reporters when you're at the bar?
And then through all of you, he starts to look around. He says, "No." And he runs and he shoves Luke to the side, pushing Luke to the side, not too hard. You're just pushed out of the way. And he says, "No, no, no, no." And he's looking at Carl, and Carl just says, "But come on. Though you know what's happening. There's no way that you don't know." And he's just like, "I told you I'm not doing it. The answer is no. I know what's going on, but I'm not doing it." And Benjamin interjects, "Sir, if you would." "No, no, no. You need to stay out of this. You don't know what's going on." And Benjamin says, "No, sir, I do. I'm with Mr. Campbell." And he sees the flash of the life brace on his wrist. And Troy looks at him, and he looks at Campbell, at Carl. "You didn't. You really gonna insult his memory like that?" And Carl, still trying to calm him down, is just like, "I don't think you understand, Troy. Jackie was all by her lonesome. And the team had to get back together. And you know how hard it is to find the right people for these devices to work. It takes a special kind of person. And we need a full team. We still haven't even found Marcus." As Troy shakes his head, looks around. I'm not doing it, and you can't make me do it. And I'm not giving you the device either. My father wanted me to push me into that program. The least I'm going to do is keep away from you getting your full team, and that's the end of it. And tell Jackie she can shove it up her fucking ass. And then he shoves Carl out of the way as he starts to storm off.
I'm gonna be like, hey, stop, man.
He's stopping. He's not stopping by your voice, so you're going to have to grab him if you want him to stop.
I'm gonna have to do what?
You're going to have to touch him or grab him to get him to
I
stop.
don't do that. I could aura pull him. No.
Okay, hang on. Is he just heading outside?
He's just storming outside.
Can Luke slip between these? Like, no, Javi, I've got an idea. Can Luke just kind of slide in between people and just look at the two of you and be like, chill, I got this.
He starts to continue to storm outside, pushing everybody out of his way as he starts to head around the time to make.
I point at my wrist when Luke says that. When Luke says that he's got it, I point at my wrist to indicate, call me if you need me.
Yeah, chill, I got this. And Luke's kind of like weaving his way and everything.
What's your base movement?
35.
He has 35 too, so you should be able to catch up with him at some point as you catch up with him as he rounds the corner.
Okay, does he stop or is he still going quite fast?
He's still going, but you are basically right behind him, keeping up pace.
Hey, buddy.
You have to do better than that.
Hey.
You have to do better than that.
You wanna take a second, smoke a cig, and talk about that?
I don't think you know what triggers this man. I don't think you're getting what would actually make him turn around.
I can buy you a drink.
Maybe Javier should have came outside. This is not working.
Hey, asshole! And he grabs the collar of his jacket.
He is going to try to elbow you in the face.
Yep, he misses.
So you dodge out of the way, and then he goes again for a fist. He thinks he wasn't really listening to the voice. He thought you were probably Carl or Benjamin. And he turns and just says, "All right, now what do you want?"
Just want to take a second to talk to you. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, right? And Luke gives him a shit-eating grin.
Yes, I would. I've hit many guys with glasses.
I mean, if you want to do this, we can do this. But like I said, get to hear me out, or we can, beat each other up.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna activate Aura Sight and just be watching them through the walls.
Okay. So you hear him basically like, well, I guess it depends. Are you a part of this whole circus of trying to get this team back together?
Kinda, sorta. I also just kind of want to know what the whole deal is.
You want to know the whole deal, so I'm guessing they didn't tell you everything.
No.
Well, let me tell you the facts. The fact is that Benjamin is an insult to Ed's name by replacing him. And Jackie is a hypocrite because not only when Ed left did she try to move on to me as her rebound, now she's replacing Ed fully by making a new Green Ranger. So when I tell you I'm not going to do it, Marcus or no Marcus, I'm not doing it.
All right, I get you. Lots of complicated feelings, lots of bad blood. Understandably pissed off, right? I don't think you and I are all that different, though. Because, like, I kind of got dragged into all this shit on my own, like, without my consent. I was pretty pissed about it, too. Whole 9 yards. So I think we can kind of level with each other on that, yeah?
Oh, yeah, because the whole thing of, I know how you feel, so we're going to get along, has always worked. Every single time.
Yeah, cool, fine, fair enough. Luke punches him.
Okay, you're going to have to beat a toughness, and when I say this, a base toughness of 17, and he's not morphed.
That's fine. Luke knows he's probably going to get his ass handed to him. He's kind of, expecting it.
Damn.
I hit him
Damn.
square in the jaw.
You
Just
hit
like
him
a
square
quick,
in the
like
jaw.
I haven't let go of his collar. I've just kind of shifted to where like I'm holding it with my left hand, and since he's turned around, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. And I just punch him right in the fucking jaw.
You punch him right in the jaw. He takes 1 damage. And he just kind of like gets a big inhale. Okay. That's how we're going to do this. All right. And he's going to swing.
I mean, you're being a dick, so might as well.
He's going to hit you. He's going to try to hit you. So he does not hit you. So I'm guessing everybody that's out here is actually outside.
Yeah.
I moved
saw
Benjamin and
them walk out, so I followed them.
So Javier is the one who can see what's going on. Javier, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna kind of watch.
So now he's.
But if it looks like Luke's losing, that's where I'm
So
gonna
whenever
pop him.
Troy goes to punch Luke, Luke lets go of his collar and kind of like quickly deflects the hit out of the way at the last second.
What's going on? It sounds like a scuffle. Not next to cars.
Silence, cat boy. Things are happening.
Oh, yes, sir.
So what are you gonna do now? He misses. He's pretty pissed about it. You're gonna try to like kick him in the dick, twist it, you know?
I'm not gonna dick twist him. I am gonna do like a side stomp to his fucking kneecap. Goddamn. Yeah, he tries to like stomp his knee.
Okay. And then yet again, he's going to, since with that failure, he's gonna try to use that momentum against you and try to uppercut you.
Oof, he gets me. He clips me real good.
He uppercuts you and you land. You get taken back a little bit, and that is 3 damage.
Good thing.
Doesn't that mean you're almost dead?
Good thing I still had that 1 extra hit point from earlier.
Yep. So Luke just got knocked hard from like at the bottom of the jaw as this man uppercutted Luke.
All right, that's where I'm stepping in.
Yeah, Luke kind of like just spits blood over to the side. All right, asshole.
You now know why they said he was the hardest hitting, because he's literally the hardest hitting. And now,
yeah, I mean, look at that 3. Who with their fucking fist does 3 damage?
Yeah. Oh, is Charlie pulling Luke away? Luke's like, let me fucking go.
So Javier, where are you?
I'm under Luke, I think.
Yeah, put yourself like right here, like next to. Let you be right there. So Javier, I'm gonna let you go.
Right after that, I bum rushed him. Like I tackle him.
You try to tackle him, okay?
I try to tackle him.
So it's gonna be 2 back-to-back mic checks. Let's see who rolls the highest.
Fuck, dude.
He straight up, you try to tackle him, and he grabs you, and he just shoves you off. And now it's time for Carl's turn, as Carl's gonna try to subdue Troy as well. Oh, Carl gets him with lion style. Okay.
Barely, like right on it.
So as he shoves you off, Carl goes in with lion style and actually does damage as Troy looks at him and says, so when did you grow a pair of balls? And Carl's going to throw some heat and be like, since you lost yours, old chum. Troy is not looking good right now, actually.
Some days you just can't get rid of some balls.
Troy really relies on that on that extra from the morph state. So yeah, Carl does 2 damage with his lion style. And now Troy isn't looking good. And after their little back and forth, Bader says, guys, come on, we don't really got to do this all the way.
Stop. Come on, we're all good guys.
Charlie, let me go.
No, you need to get... I'm going to pull him away. Can I try to... We gotta beat to pull Luke like at least a square away.
Can I do contested like finesse with escape artist?
Yeah, I tried to.
Why do both of you have escape artist?
Reasons.
I've always been ready to get out of a situation.
So both of you just roll escape. Both of you roll your finesse with the specialization. We'll see who rolls the highest.
Well, he's not trying to get out of my grasp. He's trying to keep a hold of me. I mean,
he still holds me. Yeah, I was about to say the reason why I was doing it is because he also has that talent. So he'd be using both of your knowledge and trying to keep you in, since both of you have that specialization. So yeah, he keeps you hard. You are not getting out, as Charlie is probably the strongest you've ever felt him be. Charlie is a wall, and he's gripping you tight. Charlie was just like, I won. I'm a Luigi. I'm a number
I'm
one.
so powerful for the Luigi fight.
Yeah, and then Carl steps in between to keep that distance as Carl strikes a pose and says, now don't make me put you down. Just go back to base with us. This is a lot far greater than you can even imagine. It's not just a standard invasion, it's a universal invasion. We need to get the team back together, and with these fellow Rangers, we can probably fight them off.
This shit's way over your head, fucker.
As he still kind of one knee to the ground, just like breathing, wipes his blood from his lip. He's like, all right, you get one chance, but Jackie is gonna have to apologize. One I'm sorry is all I'm asking for. As Carl relaxes stance, I might be able to make that happen. But hopefully once you hear the state of all of this, hopefully you will stay with us for the fight that is ahead. And he offers his hand to pick up Troy, and Troy bats it, and he gets himself up. He says, all right, fine, I'll go. And Troy, without hesitation, starts to walk off into an alleyway, and y'all can hear the teleportation effect. As Carl says, well, we might want to get going. If it's just him and Jackie in there, it's not going to be good. And poor Banner. Oh, God, he's going to be there in the middle of it. All right, everybody, I suggest we teleport there, and we get there as quick as possible.
Yes.
And then before y'all leave, a man walks up and he says, well, damn, that shit sure was crazy.
You let Luke go, yeah?
I
Yeah,
did,
he
yeah, I'll
already
let you
did.
go.
Luke's kind of like wiping his nose and stuff because he's got like blood on him, and he's like, "Oh, hi."
We gotta go. We gotta go to the base. We don't
Yeah,
have
we gotta
time to
go.
be talking to strangers.
Charlie,
I pick up
Hey,
Luke and we head
I
out.
look at Luke and I go, if
don't
Banner,
take this from me.
listen, if Banner is the Hulk and Troy just went back to that base with Jackie and him, very bad things might happen.
Fuck. Yeah.
I don't know
shit,
who this.
shit's
I don't know who this
crazy.
sexy guy is behind me, but I don't remember him from any movies from the 70s.
No, I mean, is home dude just like, "Hey, yo, that shit was wild."
That shit was wild. He saw y'all jump that man.
He's a friend of ours. I give him $10. Go buy yourself a tab. We gotta go. We have to go.
I mean, Luke just turns around begrudgingly and starts walking off.
I'm gonna run to the alley that Troy went into, and
And as y'all go to head down, you just hear, oh, how's it going, big man? And he's just like, hey, how you doing? And he's just like, you looking for a good time?
No! Bulk! No!
Bulk and
Don't
Pedro.
take this from me, Bulk! No!
Oh, sure,
You're
I've
back.
always wanted to bang me and Elvis. Oh, that's all right. Oh.
we're gonna go to.
I'm crying!
Let's go to the Heartbreak Hotel.
I'm like, focus. We gotta go.
So y'all get back to base, and you all teleport.
Charlie does like a hastened jog up to the main lab area.
Yeah, Luke's back in business.
So
He's
as y'all teleport in, you would hear shouting, and you would hear mostly Jackie and Troy at first, and then you'd hear David get between them and say, "Sir, I'm going to need you to have you calm down. I don't understand fully what's going on, and I know there's some things about your past, but you need to back up." as y'all enter the room, as David is between Jackie and Troy as they are trying to continue to bicker.
Guys, let's try some mediation here.
They are continuing to yell as Troy starts to really hammer in on some things that really seem to. Jackie starts to get less argumentative and starts to get more quiet and starts to look down and really doesn't really look at Troy as he starts to say things that are just like, you lost Ed after he left, so you rebound to me expecting it to be the same. And when it wasn't, when I genuinely thought you loved me, you left. You left, and it was because of Ed, and it's because he's not here anymore. And then you go to try to replace Ed without any consent from the rest of your team. I know we're not around, but damn it, Jackie, a phone call would have been nice.
I mean, I kinda hate to side on the side of the dickhead that, like, punched my face in, but he's kinda got a point. I think things would be a lot calmer if some apologies were had and we could all just chill the fuck out.
I mean, we don't know the full story behind what they're going through, but I mean, people died and
I mean,
decisions
Home
were
Dude
made.
said, hey,
mistakes were
out of
made.
character, Home Dude said he wanted an apology if that's what it takes to get him to stay.
As David is still between them, I agree with Luke. You two should both just calm down and we can talk this out. You said you're here for an apology. I can't speak for Jackie, but if I don't know. He said, I don't know a lot about the whole situation. I've heard bits and pieces, but yelling about it is not an actual conversation.
Shit doesn't get done that way.
Mr. Banner, are you okay to be in between this tense situation?
He just kind of
Dr. Banner, sorry.
He just kind of like turns his head around and looks at you he doesn't say anything, but you can tell he's just like, I really don't want to be here. I probably shouldn't be here.
Like,
Mhm.
just be sure to breathe. You're doing
Luke-
great.
Luke kind of
And
looks
then-
at Charlie like, can you get him out of this?
And then Jackie starts to say, David, just go sit down. This isn't your fight anyway.
Yeah, Troy.
You shouldn't get all.
He's not gonna hit Jackie.
You shouldn't get all worked up. And plus, if he does try to hit me, it might be deserving. But there are other people here. Just go take a seat and sit down. And he swallows his pride a little bit as he goes to sit down in his chair, turning in the direction. And then Troy backs up, leans on the table a little bit, and Jackie just looks like she heard everything she didn't want to hear because she knows it's true. She's got that look of, I can't say anything because that's what I did.
Luke's gonna kind of come up and be like, okay, so the three of us are kind of out of the loop here. And I don't know about you, but I appreciate clear, open communication with the people that I am supposed to be working with, especially whenever it's such a delicate situation as we are in. So I need y'all to fill us all in on all of the things. That way it's out in the open, we're all on the same page. You two apologize to each other like grown-ass adults. And then we move on. We take care of shit because we're grown-ass adults.
I mean, yeah, that's one way to handle things, but the stakes of, like, you know, what happened in the past may have happened in the past. Right now there are pirate aliens in the sky, and if we could take care of that, then maybe we could get out of y'all's hair and y'all can deal with all this stuff on y'all's own time. But maybe not. I do like solving problems and people being friends, so it's up to y'all.
I'm not saying they have to be friends, Charlie. I'm saying we need to smooth this over while we're all working together, and then if they want to rip each other's throats out, by all means.
And both almost at the same time, Jackie and Troy say, all right, I'll tell you what happened. They look at each other and they start arguing. Nah, you'll tell it wrong. You're just not going to admit to anything.
Both
Or
of you
no,
shut
you're not
up!
going to.
Shut the fuck up! Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip a coin. Your heads, he points at Troy. Your tails, he points at Jackie. And he pulls out his power coin. And he fucking flips it. 1 is heads, 2 is tails.
Actually, if I may interject, I know this story all too well. I can tell it without a bias.
Do both of you trust him to do so?
Jackie's just like, yes, I trust Carl very much. Troy's just like, he's just thinking like, I can't listen to him sound like that the whole time. He's got to cut it out.
Do you trust him to tell the story?
Yes, I'll trust him.
Okay, go for it.
It was the year 1965. The Vietnam War had just started. Drafts were rolling in, and all of us started to question our role as we played, as we were not able to help a war that we did not fully understand. Some of us had issues with continuing the fight, although a really important fight of fighting off the demons and protecting Mariner Bay and the world as a whole. Eventually, we accepted that we were in our own fight and that the country itself, as much as the US government, also decided for us to stay out of it. One of us, however, had major issues with the entire thing. And that would be our dearest friend, Ed, who is no longer with us. Ed did not see it fit that we would have all these devices, technology, and not being there to help stop a war against communism. But that wasn't the whole truth about the war either. We'll get there. Ed and Jackie had been good friends since early childhood and came together into the program to be selected to be Life Force Rangers. And they both passed with flying colors, each in their own special way. So, growing up that close, Jackie eventually let Ed know of her feelings for him and that it was beyond more of childhood friendship. They were the team's power couple, per se, and they were always around each other. They spent a lot of time together in and outside of the program when we had free time. But when the Vietnam War started, Ed started to get second thoughts. And we couldn't have come at a worse time. We were on the verge of defeating and pushing back the demons and sealing them back once and for all when he decided he wanted to walk out of the program. It was a tough time for us all, even testing the leadership of our unfound leader, Marcus. Marcus was on the fence about it too, but eventually he decided that it wasn't worth it. Ed quit the program and went into the draft and went overseas to fight in the Vietnam War, where he met his fate, as you will. The news came quickly. And it wasn't just Ed, it was his entire squad, and they were ambushed at night. It broke all of our hearts. And that's where it kind of all started. After Troy had left and been deployed, Ed, Troy decided he was going to leave and go with him. As much as Ed and Jackie were lovers, Ed and Troy had formed a bond over the things that they enjoyed. Troy wanted to go over there and fight with him. But his father had put a block on him being able to be accepted into the draft and into the military in general, keeping him from going overseas. It was a lot at the time, and with us on the verge of winning and pushing back everything, we were without a Green Ranger at the end of it all. We managed to pull through, and push everything back, but we never really got to mourn at the time it was appropriate due to our engagements. Everyone coped with it in their own way. And it never felt quite the same. But at the very end, before we all disbanded and it was assured that things were safe a few months after the demons got sealed back, Troy and Jackie started to talk, get close to each other. And they got real close. Probably the first time I've ever seen Troy look at a woman with more affection than want. And then Jackie just said it wasn't going to work. And that's because Jackie realized what she was doing. She was latching on to someone similar to Ed in every way. And when she realized it, she had to cut it off. She told him over the phone and disappeared for a while. And Troy did what Troy does best and took his aggression out on random strangers in bars. We all split up, stopped talking, and that's it.
Okay, so I know one thing that you said was that you were mad that Ed was replaced in the Life Force team, but you've got to understand that there are real threats and there needs to be a full team. And that was Ed decided to leave the team to go fight in a war. He didn't die on the line as a ranger. So he chose to leave. He was going to get replaced one way or the other. I can't say anything about the romance stuff because I don't know anything about any of how that works.
I think perhaps the way it was handled could have been taken care of better. That being said, I don't exactly fault Jackie for trying to cut things off before she hurt you more than she already did. It was kind of shitty that it was over the phone, but you know. And you are completely valid in being pissed as all hell about it because it hurts. But dude, whole angsty bar fight shit, like I guess your feelings, but
Is it really that much different than pretending to be a superhero and beating up criminals?
Pretending?
Oh, I'm talking about somebody else.
Ah, gotcha. And Troy just crosses his arms and he just, look, first off, he cuts himself off before he says anything. Why are y'all here?
this okay. Here we go. From the top.
So you run him down everything. That's a long conversation.
Yeah.
Luke does the condensed Cliff Notes version as best he can. And he just sort of
Okay.
claps and spreads his hands like, cool, got it, great.
Your universe, as well as many others, are in danger from a psychopath genius named Billy Cranston.
So everything that there ever was in danger.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is why you two and your little vendetta are kind of small potatoes right now.
No offense.
Like, both perfectly understandable to be pissed off, upset, hurt, but if it's gonna cause problems while we're trying to work together, it needs to be fixed. Like I said, you guys can talk this shit out if you want to. I think it would probably be for the best, because holy fuck.
Especially if we end up in a big fight on that ship or whatever, it's good to know that y'all aren't being distracted by like feelings that went unsaid. We're gonna need to have our wits about us if we're gonna send that pirate ship back to wherever it came from and maybe hopefully close things off just for the time being.
Well, I need it to be genuine. Now that I know that everything's at stake, she's only going to say she's sorry, so that way I'll be here to help fix things.
What is it going to take for you to trust that she's genuine?
I just need her to look me in the eyes when she says it. If she's not genuine, I'll know. After all, she lied to me for months.
Luke kind of holds his hands up and sort of sidesteps over here.
And he approaches, and she's still just kind of like looking out the window. And she turns around, and he's taller than her, so he's looking down, she's looking up. And she says, Troy, I'm sorry. I didn't need to be such a teenager about the whole thing. I didn't need to latch on to replace Ed's memory, and I didn't need to hurt you. So will you please stay and help us find Marcus and help us fix this? The world needs us. And I'm sorry that I handled it the way that I did. And he's looking at her eyes. And he says, I'm sorry I acted the way that I did. I shouldn't have been as mean as I was. I could have reacted better about it myself. We were all hurting in our own way. Thank you. And they just look at each other for a minute. And then Jackie's just like, have you seen or heard anything about Marcus? And Troy's like, I hate to be the buzzkill. I haven't heard a single thing. For all I know, he could be dead.
Great.
Should you be in an underwater laboratory? I whisper.
And Jackie says, so we're got mostly everyone. It's now time to find Marcus. If anyone's going to be able to keep this team together from having for any other issues, it's him. We need him. And Carl says, well, I guess we best get to looking once again. Maybe we can find him before things start to get too hectic.
Do we have any leads at all?
Troy starts to think, the only thing I can remember about Marcus is that, well, he had sass to him. But he was also kind of stoic in nature. He kind of flipped like that. No, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all remember? Marcus's family had that what's it called? Vacation home out in the woods, middle of nowhere.
I mean, if I was gonna try to disappear, it'd be a log cabin in the fucking woods.
And Carl's like, yeah, but we don't remember which one it is. There are plenty of those out in the near the mountains. It could be any one of them.
I have a
We
way.
just
I have a way of traveling between them relatively quickly.
Benjamin speaks up. Yeah, they got a flying car. It's actually really cool.
Yeah. And Luke kind of smiles.
All right. Tomorrow we'll fly through the mountains and go to try to find our fearless leader. And Jackie gets by. So where are y'all gonna be staying?
We don't have a spot picked currently.
Couldn't we always go back up to the ship?
I mean, we could.
Unless it's like tasking on Orion to be teleporting us unnecessarily.
Well, we have 6 beds here. I doubt anyone's gonna want to be staying the night here. The only one who stays the night here really is David, and he sleeps here in the lab.
Is that safe?
So you're free to stay here for the night and go in the morning to try to find Marcus.
Cool. So, that was a lot.
There's still more we need to talk about, Luke. Javi. I would like the Dimension Storm team to talk with me.
Okay.
If y'all need some time alone, David can direct you to the room where y'all will be staying if you like, to give you some privacy.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
So David says, "Follow me," and he starts to direct y'all to the room which we all will be staying. And he's just like, "Oh, right here. Feel free to organize and do what you want. I wouldn't touch the footlockers, though. I think they still have some stuff from them from when they were the team. But you can sleep in the beds."
Thank
Cool.
you, Doctor.
And he's just like, "If you need anything, let me know." Like Jackie said, I'm the only one who's here overnight for now.
Got it.
As he steps out and makes his way back.
Okay, guys, we have a big problem.
Dr. Banner is Hulk.
Exactly. Maybe he is. Maybe something else happened. Like all the way that they talk about it, they could be very confused. But what if it is something else that is chasing him down? But I mean, based off of the TV show I watched when I was a kid, that dude is Bill Bixby, and I know that this is very. I don't know the term for it, and I know we're not supposed to talk to them about it and why we know certain things, but we are in an underwater laboratory with someone who very may well be the Hulk. And it sounds like he doesn't have a grip on the control aspects.
Well, to that I raise you this. Nothing's happened yet.
And they're keeping it a secret from each other. Benjamin doesn't know what's going on. Carl doesn't seem to know what's going on. Like whatever Dr. Banner knows, he's not being honest with his team about it. And that scares me.
Do you blame him for not being upfront about being a potential raging lunatic?
I don't know if I don't know. I mean, he's got to have it somewhat under control if he thinks that he can be here overnight and get in the middle of that kind of drama and stuff like that. It was like one of my favorite shows growing up. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this stuff, but
I mean, I watched it too. I enjoyed it. I it's one of those things where we can't really broach that conversation as upfront as we maybe would like to, because we don't want to cause any issues and the space-time continuum bullshit. But
it may be something that we at some point, if it comes up and seems like it could be a bigger red flag, we might need to talk to him about it and see what his feelings are.
agreed.
But I'm fine with leaving it alone. I don't know how I feel about sleeping here tonight. I kind of want to go either to a hotel or back to the ship. This water, it's beautiful, but it's freaking me out.
Yeah, if you want to go back to the ship, by all means. I personally would like to get out of this base as well and fucking take a minute, because goddamn. Luke needs a fucking cigarette after that.
Yeah, I think if we're spending the night, I just don't feel comfortable here. I'm gonna go back to the ship, and I'll come back in the morning.
Right. What about you, Javi?
Yeah, being finally being back on the ship does sound nice.
Alright. Well, like I said, I am gonna go topside for a minute and take a breather. I'll let you know if I decide to come back to the ship or come back down here.
Well, you might as well you might as well let them know too.
Oh, I'm going to.
Don't hesitate to call us if you need us for anything.
Luke just thumbs up.
So let's go tell them that we're.
Yeah.
You can blame it on me and say that the water is freaking me out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's gonna be. It's just like, hey, so actually we appreciate you guys offering to like let us stay here, but Charlie's kind of freaked out by the whole underwater thing. So him and Javi are gonna go back up to the ship and stay the night there. I am gonna go back topside because I need a minute.
And Jackie says, "Well, take whatever time you need. You can teleport here. So, if you don't want to go back up to your ship or stay the night here, the door is always here."
Thanks.
Okay, so now as y'all go back up to the ship, we are going to cut to first. Let me delete those real quick. We are going to cut to the Luke topside.
Hi.
We're going to say Luke, to avoid suspicion, made his way around and got to the eclipse, at least on the outside or the inside of the eclipse. Do you go in, Luke?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Luke's like, this has been a lot, and I got fucking punched in the face by Han Solo himself. Indiana Jones punched me in the face. I need a fucking drink. I need a minute. He's got a cigarette kind of half burnt hanging out his mouth. He is gonna go in. He's still got the bandana, by the way. He's got like a little bit of blood on the top of his shirt, probably from where he got his fucking shit rocked, but he just goes to the bar. He's gonna like set himself kind of like here. Probably.
So there are a lot of people in the bar, and no one's really talking to you. And then a man approaches you.
Oh. He's probably like halfway through a beer. Hello? Hello? Jay! Jay, you did not!
So you're sitting there, no one's really talking. You maybe had small talk with the bartender, a few people next to you, people are going and leaving. But a man sits next to you and says, "Mind if I take a seat?"
Not at all.
Hadn't seen your face around here. You must be new.
You could say that.
A lot of stuff going on in this town right now. All these monsters and something about a Hulk. Some jackass stopped me on the way up here, asked me a bunch of stupid questions.
Oh, he fucking bothered you too?
Yeah, you know him?
I ran into him.
He's like, yeah, all that crazy stuff going on. I don't know. Maybe that Hulk he's looking for is a bad guy, after all.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk back and forth. I'm not sure how much I believe it. With stories like that, they tend to get sensationalized and blown out of proportion.
Yeah. But hey, it's all right though. Those Power Rangers are back. Hadn't seen those in a long time. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. Seem to know their stuff.
Yeah, I was not about a teenager when it all happened. It's been 10 years. That's, man, never thought they'd come back.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. I'm a bit new to town, but it seems like it's got everybody kind of all up in a fuss.
But anyway, tell me about yourself, since you're new here.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, I know a thing or two, and I know I see a rider when I see him.
Luke's attention is now even more piqued. Sort of takes a sip from his beer, puts it down. Oh, is that so?
Yeah. What are you riding?
Well,
Say it.
now it depends on the night how I'm feeling.
Ah, so you do multiple.
And he kind of bobs his head side to side.
I got a nice Davidson myself.
Oh, Luke kind of nods and's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. My main ride's a Ducati." It's Italian make.
Oh, Italian. How'd you get that? This had to be an import.
Yeah, I got it from.
Interesting. Well, hey, maybe we can go for a ride sometime.
I mean, I got time tonight.
Oh, really? Remember, I know I said I was from here, but I hadn't been back in a while. Trying to start things fresh. Trying to make some new friends. My old friends, they're not worth it anymore. But I think I like you.
I'm kind of in the market for some new friends myself. Name's Luke.
My name is, well, just call me John for now.
All right, John.
So, he's gonna finish his beer. How about that ride?
I'm down.
So, y'all leave. His bike's parked out back. His bike's parked in the parking lot. He gets on it. And he says, "So, where'd you ride?"
Oh well, I ended up I left it at one of the other bars. Kind of got in a bit of a fight, and I just wanted to walk, cool off, blow off some steam, and end up here. And then he kind of points at the blood on his shirt.
Oh, I see. Well, I can take you there if you want to ride.
God damn it, Jay! Out of character, I am like, oh my god, Luke's gonna get fucking caught in a lie. Because how is he gonna get the bike there?
I mean, you can just send Allie a text and tell her to
Can I
teleport it.
text her?
Yeah, you always could.
Okay, well yeah, Luke's gonna do that while he's riding on the fucking bike. Luke's like, yeah, sure.
And Allie's on the wire. She's like, "Oh, I just want to go for a ride. All right, I'll send it there nonchalantly."
Thanks, smiley face.
So you ride with him, and he's pretty, I don't know, live on the edge kind of rider.
I mean, Luke kind of is too.
He's going like really fast, cutting sharp turns, all that kind of stuff. And then you finally get back to the Midnight City where your bike is there.
Luke kind of walks up to her, runs his hand along the top of her, kind of. This is her.
He's got his hands, he's got a black leather jacket, he's got his hands in his pockets. He's looking, nice ride. Yeah, this definitely has to be imported. I've never seen anything like this before.
Probably never will again.
I think I plan on traveling, maybe potentially at some point. So, what do you say? Let's take that ride.
Luke just kind of nods. Yeah.
So, you both get on your bikes and everything. And he'll start driving around, going pretty fast, keeping up with the other, keeping pretty pace. The tension is palpable. I don't see how y'all are driving, y'all are riding like this with this tension y'all have going on.
We're racing, yeah.
So y'all are racing, and y'all end up at this old power plant. So you see he starts to slow down. He leads you in here, and then he stops and kicks his stand up, turns off his bike, and then just leans back. Lets out a big, just gasp of air. Says, "Woo! Now that was fun. I hadn't that much fun in a long time."
I mean, I'm glad I could show you a good time, but that good time could continue if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I see your bandana. But I gotta say, I don't really kind of do that sort of thing. More of a romantic kind of type.
Uh, Fair enough.
But if you want to spend more time together, we always can. Like I said, I'm looking for new friends.
I'm not opposed to that.
No. I'll be hanging around. I don't got a number or anything for you to call. But if you always want to find me, I'll be here. The soldier finally, just chilling, hanging around. If you can't find me, I'm just not here at the moment.
Gotcha.
But anytime, most of the time I'll be here. Might be at a bar or two. I'm not hard to find. Maybe you won't be looking for me. Maybe I'll find you.
Maybe so. Seem to tonight. No, I'm not gonna complain about that.
Yeah, I think it's just because I don't know. I guess we're similar deep down. Maybe we'll find out how similar.
Hmm.
I'd like to find out how similar.
Yeah, I would too. I know you said you ain't got a number, but I can give you mine.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. And he's got a backpack on his bike. He pulls out some paper and a pencil. What are them digits?
Luke gives him his number.
All right, Luke. Maybe I'll call you sometime. We can meet back up, ride our bikes. Who knows what'll happen? I have a feeling things are going to start to get real interesting around here as he leans back on his bike, more interesting than they already are. I mean, they're already getting pretty interesting. Met you after all.
Yeah. I'm inclined to believe it's about to get real interesting, like you said.
100%. And I know I said my name is John. I say out to people because I don't trust everyone with my name. Kind of a personal thing.
I
I
get
think
you.
I trust you. Uh, my name's Ed.
Ed.
Full name Edward, but most people just call me Ed.
Ed. Got it. You got a last name?
Ah, there you go. You get my first name for now. I trust you with my first name after all, the name that matters. Maybe another time.
Alrighty, Ed.
If you come back, maybe we can learn more about each other. Like you tell me your last name, I tell you my last name, maybe we have a few drinks.
See where things
And
go.
maybe yeah, maybe you'll get some use out of that bandana.
Luke just kind of grins at him. Alright.
And that's where we're gonna end session.
That was good. I like that. That was fun. We had a lot of fun in that one.
Luke is gonna get back on his bike, kind of like 2-finger salute to Ed and drive off because holy shit, he needs to ride this out before he loses his mind.
I can't believe that.
He's like, I've gotta go. I have got to go.
You're just like pent up now. Like
Yes! He's like, I gotta go. I've gotta go.
he's got like 10 cigarettes in his mouth, like smoking them all at the same time.